Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gilded Flask, where adventure is never far. My name is Barry, and I will be your Dungeon Master for this session. And I'm joined with three amazing, loving people. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Anne. I play Kalalala Kot, the inquisitive, slightly pie-addicted College of Spirits bard.
I'm Daniel. I play John Varenthal, the very pie-addicted and loving, apparently, Paladin of Midnight.
And I'm Marissa. I play the forcefully pie-addicted, but she really doesn't want any fucking pie, ASMR Twilight Cleric.
Well, someone has remembered something of last session. If you've
Why am I
never
eating this?
visited our place before.
Why am I eating this? I don't want to eat this. Okay.
The pies are really good. If you've never visited our place before, we post weekly recordings of The Curse of Strahd on YouTube. And if you're catching us live right now on Twitch, which a lot of people are doing today, wow, hello. We also stream it live on Twitch on Saturdays at 7 p.m. EST or 1 a.m. Dutch time, which is midnight UK time. If you're curious about following us on Twitch or on YouTube, please go to thegildedflask.com and follow us over there. And if you're doing that, then you might as well also follow us on our socials, because we post cool stuff over there as well. I was going to say, as we are still relatively new, but we're not. This is episode 13. We're just diehards by at this point. We don't have any sponsors just yet, but if you want to sponsor us, you know where to find us now. But we do have a couple of awesome people that we would like to shout out. First off, that is D. Chandra and Paradox for the amazing character art we have. Then we have Piran King, James RPG Art, and DM Andy for the wonderful maps that we are allowed to use and continue to use throughout our campaigns. They're lovingly amazing. And then we have Tabletop Audio, Scott Buckley, Phoenix Music, and Alexander Nakarada for the great musical scores that we have in the background. And with that, let's head into the tale.
Tell me, do you like ghost stories? I've been investigating people vanishing mysteriously into the night, never to return. It looks like I've found out where they've been.
Good evening.
I don't like this place. The air feels heavier.
Did you hear that?
What do you mean he's watching?
In this place, nothing is what it seems.
We come from an ancient land.
There's no time for this. What are you looking for?
This place has taken my father and my mother. It will not have me.
We gotta move, now.
Oh, I do love a good mystery.
Barovia is mine, and so are you.
Now, you know what's funny? Someone in our Discord, Skoon, hi Skoon, have reminded me of the fact that I always say that I absolutely love this intro. I've been doing that for 12 episodes straight, and you're damn right I'm going to do that again, because holy shit, that is such a cool intro, and I so love it, and it's made by Marissa, and it's great, and I will continue saying that until the last episode. Loving it. So, Casariel, Marissa, thank you for that intro. Wonderful. Really love it. So, what did we do last time? Last time was a lot of talking and not a lot of combat. Actually, no combat, if I remember correctly. You guys have been in Vallaki. You woke up in the Blue Water Inn, which, by the way, included in the room charge was included soup and bread, and you all three decided that you just go with that because it's included. but you still found yourselves eating pie before you even left the room.
The pies were delicious, to be fair.
Yeah, like you had 4 of them. So
Yes.
the pies really are delicious, apparently.
They're also rather tiny, so.
True, so, you know, it's understandable. You deciphered another chapter in the book. That's another thing you did. Because you found the Tome of Strahd earlier on. You deciphered another chapter, and you've lived through that chapter as the lieutenants of Strahd, helping him out in a battle against the armies of Arjun Vost. You've been to the Burgomaster's mansion. You've had a little chat with the Burgomaster there, and after that, you've also went to the church again, which is where we left off last time. So you guys are still in church at the moment. And I was gonna say, as a matter of fact, I was not going to say, I am going to say that you guys can tell me what you guys want to do.
Oh yeah, I'm invisible right now, right?
Yes, that
I'm going
condition-
into this room.
Hang on, let me give you that condition back because you had a little eye on you.
Right. I think Casariel and I were sort of just watching the sermon that was being delivered, while Carla was snooping around and learning for more information.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I have the symbol of the Morning Lord out, and I'm just like thinking about my father and trying to like be a little bit bless you.
Bless you.
Be a little bit more bless you. Sorry.
Yes.
We've had an interesting time leading up to this episode. So.
Right. That's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get closer to the Morning Lord, understand it a little bit more, so I can be a little closer to my father.
I think John is taking this moment of silence. They haven't had that many moments to just think for a little while, to contemplate, and every time they have downtime, they've been having to deal with what's going on and reading this book that suddenly brings them into this dreamy plane. So he's taking this moment to kind of go over what's been happening since they got into this strange land and this new weapon that he found himself with, that he's trying to understand more about. It helps him feel more powerful and more confident, but there's something off about it that he still doesn't fully understand.
All right. Carla, you wanted to investigate this room.
Hey, you know, while they're having their moments, I'm going to go steal something, a valuable item, perhaps. No, I wanna go investigate this room to see if I can get any dirt on what sort of is going on around here. So,
right.
Can I enter?
So walking into this room, it seems to be a relatively ordinary bedroom. Pretty Spartan, even though that word rings no bell in D&D. But it's pretty Spartan. There is a small cupboard. There is a prayer chair that is over there. A small nightstand in the bed with a footlocker in the end. And there's 2 dolls on the bed. The signature style of the dolls is recognizable to you.
Is it the handiwork of Blinksy?
Yeah.
I'm going to look in the footlocker, and then I'm going to start sort of investigating for little hidey holes and kind of stuff that is of interest. So a general investigation of the room.
Okay. The footlocker is closed. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you want to deal with that first.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You want to pick the lock?
Oh, absolutely. So sleight of hand, right?
Sleight of hand.
All right. 13 plus... What?
Million.
Plus 5, so that's 18.
18. All right. Now, this isn't like the most advanced lock ever. So, yeah, you pop it open relatively easy without damaging it.
Fabulous. What's inside?
Inside, there's not a lot, but there is some old clothing. But other than that, strangely enough, there is some silverware in here. A fork and a knife. Both are of an untarnished, amazing quality. They look really nice. They are stamped with a little icon on it. And the icon is of a raven feather.
Ooh. I'm absolutely pocketing those 2.
Cool. They have I mean, you can pocket them as items, but they have a street value of about a gold a piece. So that's a lot for just a utensil.
I will keep that in mind. Is that the most interesting thing within this box? I'm gonna kind of like knock on the bottom to see if there's anything in there.
No. This other than that, there's just some clothing in there. The clothing itself seems of about your size. And for those
Is
of you
there
watching, she's a
something-
halfling.
Yes, I'm a tiny person. IRL and in game. Is there like anything that's like a cloak? Anything that could be like thrown over, or like a coat, or like even a hat?
There is a it's not a cloak, but it's like a like you know those robes that monks wear? It's kind of like that. So it's not technically a cloak, but it's definitely like a coverall.
Okay. Oh, I don't want to carry too much actually when I'm invisible. But if it's my size, it's not too big. Okay, I'm gonna stuff that into my backpack.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna take it with me. Alrighty. Going over then towards this sort of area, is there anything of interest sort of over here?
The prayer bench is just a prayer bench. The little cupboard that you have over there actually is completely empty, other than a little spider web.
Okay. And is this a journal or is this just a decorative piece?
Just a decorative piece. For all intents and purposes, it's a Bible.
Alrighty. Then I'm going to pop out and make my way towards the two of them and just very quietly while I'm in between them go, "Hello? I'm still, not here, but I'm here."
Jesus, God, you scared the shit out of me.
Is that? Oh, it's Carla. Are you?
Secret.
Are you doing that thing that you talk in my head? Is that? He
No, I'm just-
tries to send a message back. Then
Feeling sorry for him, she sends one just like, "Yes, I'm doing that." What do you reply?
I knew it. Is things going well?
So far, so uninteresting, though I did find... And I'm going to send a message to Xariel going, "I found some silverware. Like proper silverware with the iconography, the raven on it." And I'm going to like subtly like pass it to her. Because I feel like it's definitely more useful in your capable hands.
You're still invisible, right? Okay, so
It's just basically like pickpocket in reverse.
yeah. So there's like for someone who's looking, they just see like a knife like extending from nowhere and just being put into her pocket. That's so funny.
The Morning Lord works in mysterious ways. That's all I'm saying.
I'm actually going to take a look at the symbol. Is it similar to the one from the Blackwater Inn?
No. The one from the Blackwater Inn was an actual raven. This is a raven feather.
Okay,
Huh? It's a bird feather.
I see.
It's very clearly a raven feather. They have a certain shape to it, and like you can clearly see that.
I'm sorry, I'm not an ornithologist.
Fair enough. John would say it's a feather. Okay.
I wonder what
I'm
this
sorry,
means.
I'm never going to get over how fun it is to play a stupid character.
And in the death house, it was a windmill. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, and you would.
We did steal a little bit from the Blackwater Tavern.
I'm. Are you thinking about that? It was a fork, right? That you stole from.
I took a whole bunch of stuff. I took like as many knives as I could take, and
Yeah. So are you like? Is your character thinking about that, like in reflection to like what you found just now?
yeah, she's definitely comparing all three.
Okay. Give me an insight. It's not that long ago that it's history. So give me an insight check.
14.
14. All right. So with the windmill, you suddenly remember that you've seen that windmill in other places than just like the knives and forks and whatnot. In the house that you were in, the death house, there were a couple of places where that icon was displayed rather proudly above a mantelpiece somewhere and on a couple of paintings. You feel that might just be a house signature of, well, the Durst family.
So the feather could be a house symbol as well, or the raven.
Is it reasonable to assume that our characters in this world have seen this on other noble families, like they're on their cutlery and stuff like that. So this is a practice that is relatively common.
Absolutely. As a family of standing that could afford good silverware, you would usually adorn that with a stamp of your family. It's one of those things that you usually get as a wedding gift, as a sort of like a what's that called again? Like like a bridal treasure. There's a name for that. Something with dowry, right?
Dowry, yes.
Yeah. So it's part of the dowry in this world. It's rather normal to get that as part of dowry. Yeah.
We need to go talk to that young boy who was seen near the gravesite. But also, I was thinking, if any other spectral beings happen to see who stole the bones, I can reach out to them within the graveyard.
Fantastic.
With my cloak.
John, are you all right?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Are they? I've never encountered a specter that was nice. Are they nice to you?
Some ghosts are. Some of them are just vague and cryptic. Some of them are just, have a lot of hang-ups about what's happened to them in life, and they take it out in the wrong places, and you've got to help them move on.
Oh,
But,
I'm used to that.
Some of them can be quite helpful. I've often found clues and hints within talking to them, so I think it might be worth a shot if we can just get to the graveyard. But first to investigate that boy. We need to. Something going on with him.
So did you mean the altar boy that is currently sitting in front, or the one that is currently working the graveyard?
I believe
'Cause they were
Yeska
both
was the...
mentioned to you.
Yeah.
I think we were
Divide and
indicated that Yeska was a troublemaker, right? That's what we were told.
A little
Yeska
bit of
is Yeska is the altar boy, the one that is sitting in front at the moment.
Oh, well, I have written down in my notes, I don't know who told us this, but I guess it's probably the priest, but it says Miljevic is in graveyard digging a hole, go ask him.
Okay, so him then.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the graveyard then.
Either of you, I say as we walk, either of you feeling unwell?
I've been better.
I'll admit, ever since we've been in this land, I feel strangely weak, less healthy than I normally feel back home.
I feel... sorry. Go ahead.
I just, before we go traipsing off to a graveyard, do you think we should ask the potion shop ladies if they have a remedy?
I wonder if the father here would know something about that, know about the ailments that may beset the people in this land.
He just went back to preaching. Do you think we should ask him to stop again?
He is currently in between sermons. People are just still sitting here, but he's in between sermons.
I'd say I'll try to hail him. He's just gonna kind of walk over and try to get his attention.
And he will walk. He will walk towards you. Yes, my child.
Is Carla visible yet? She's still
No.
invisible.
I'm going to keep it up as long as I can.
Yeah,
Because I've got plans. Do your thing right now.
Father, I have a question.
I probably have an answer.
Okay. Well, I hope so. We're relatively new to these lands, and every morning that we wake up, every new day seems to find me somewhat weaker, somewhat less. I don't feel as strong as I used to. Is there something that these people that you have experienced? Is it what is this place? What's going on here?
He gets a little closer to you and he says, "So you're saying that you don't feel as vital and as strong as you used to be?"
Yeah, something like that. I feel less.
He
healthy.
lowers his voice. He lowers his voice and looks at Casario and then to you, and he gets very close to you, trying to not let his voice reach to Casario. And Casario, you could totally try to listen in on this. And he says, "There's these blue pills that, if you feel a little unsure, you might want to consider that."
And these will make me feel more healthy. Like, because I've been waking up somewhat, just feeling drained, feeling like I did not get a good enough rest. So you're saying these blue pills? Like, who would sell? Would it be a potion?
No. No. Don't mind me, he says. And his voice goes back up so you can more easily hear him again. He says, so just feeling generally like feeble and weak.
Well, that's...
And
sure.
You said you've had that since you came to these lands?
It feels like it's getting progressively worse for me. I don't know, Casario, if you've been feeling the same way, but every morning.
Sort of just after I ate those pies last, really.
Pies, you say?
Yes, he pulls out one of the pies. What I believe you said you didn't want these earlier, which is fine by us. You know.
He looks at them and he says, "Oh, you." Let's He can't take his eyes off those pies that you're like holding in front of him. He says,
John's gonna notice that and sort of like pull it away from him so that he doesn't feel inclined to like grab it because it's John's. It's John's pie.
You see, there are certain powers that be in these lands. I would say you haven't traversed the mist, have you?
No.
I mean, I believe we encountered some when we first got here, when we were coming into the borders of this country, this land, or wherever you would say. We were somewhat running from wolves. There was a pack of wolves, so we had to, move quickly.
If it's not the mist, then I'm no adventurer like you.
Clearly.
I would say if I don't feel well, one of the first things I check is what was different on the day that I got sick than to any other day. I'm no doctor and no adventurer, but that is what I would do. The land itself is hurt and corrupt, but I can't say it makes you ill.
I believe the first day I started feeling like this was the day the day we woke up after spending the night in the tavern in Barovia. So you're talking about
we
pies.
ate a pie in the Barovia.
We definitely ate a pie in Barovia. I think you ate a pie as well. We all ate pies.
I did.
They were delicious, which is what inspired us to get into the pie selling business, actually.
Those pies.
Yes, go on. You keep stopping short. You seem almost hesitant when you talk about these. What's on your mind? Please feel like you can speak openly. We are in a church, after all.
I feel these pies are perhaps a little too good.
I think that you're wrong.
No, I agree.
You see, how have you been sleeping lately? Don't say on your back, because that's just so silly.
Ever since I got here, I've been having this dream about a song that I swear I know.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of a music box I had when I was a girl. But I can't.
It makes you happy, right?
Well, it reminds me of a happy time.
I haven't been having that dream.
But what about you? Do you feel happy when you're dreaming?
No. It's not exactly nightmares, but very
No, far from it. No, you have
uncomfortable.
very, very, very good dreams. Like,
Oh,
they're
really? Okay.
great.
I've been having fantastic dreams. No music in them, but like I
So,
I don't know.
so you experience happiness
Seemingly
during
so,
your
yes.
dreams. Happiness always stems from something. What is it that makes you happy in this land?
He's gonna look over at Casariel and in the same direction, even though Carla's not over there, like as if Carla were standing next to Casariel. Like, my companions, for the most part, this place is absolutely horrible.
I enjoyed killing those wolves.
The pies that you've been eating. Does that make you feel happy?
Of course, yes. Sorry. How could I forget? I'm sorry. He's like, yes, the pies have been fantastic. The one bright point in this saloon forsaken land.
Yes. So you eat a pie, feel happy, you have a happy dream, and then all of a sudden you feel drained.
You could say that, yes. I don't see what the correlate. I mean, when I eat, I often feel happy.
I'm not sure if there is a correlation, but as I said, I usually backtrack and see what is different between the day before and the current day. I'm seeing a pattern. And I'm not sure what you can do with that. But
so what you're saying, if something makes me happy, it's bad for me.
I love John. Yes. If there is no clear reason to be happy other than eating something that ultimately makes you so happy that you even have lucid, happy dreams, followed by this intense crash of your emotion and stability and well-being, I'd say there's something definitely wrong with those pies.
Good, we should get rid of them then. Do you have garbage? Some receptacle we could throw them away in?
Not in the church, yeah? No. I'd prefer you don't throw them away near my church patrons.
Right.
I'd prefer we not throw them away at all. They're very valuable, A, and 2, they're very tasty.
Thank you again, Father. We appreciate your wisdom.
The morning Lord shines over you.
Silver Lady guide you.
He smiles at you and returns back to his place.
Well,
This is the priestess walking away. Carla is going to turn to the altar boy and send a message to him. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're right.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say, "This is the Morning Lord's bride. Confess your sins to me."
All right, that's a dice roll. I love that. But I that is so cool that I'm totally going to let that happen.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's freaking cool. Okay, I need an intimidation check. And
Intimidation.
No, intimidation, but with advantage.
Okay, I'll take the advantage for sure. Okay,
Just a kid.
fuck. Okay, that was a 5, a 15.
There we go.
Okay, 15 plus 4 is a 19.
19. Okay. No. Okay. So this kid is sitting there, and all of a sudden, it's just like, and he doesn't say a word, but in his mind, he's like, "Oh, shit, I didn't do it. I didn't do it, and I'm sorry that it happened, but I didn't do it.
Who did it?
I don't know.
Are you lying to me? You'll go to the depths of the fiery hells."
He starts crying and runs to the other side of the altar.
Okay, cool.
I feel like
so you killed a puppy. You made an 8-year-old cry.
Carla, the bane of puppies and children.
You know,
This is content, people.
He just starts crying and runs away, and Cassariel and I we look at each other like, what?
Good. I don't know. All right, let's head to the creepy graveyard then, shall we?
I suppose so.
All right.
am I going in the right direction for this? Okay, yes.
Yes, you are.
Whew.
The large graveyard that is next to the church is filled and absolutely filled with gravestones. Valaki is a large city, but even then, this is like the way that the gravestones are stacked towards the western side of the graveyard shows how little room there is and how much they're anticipating for more dead people to arrive. There's some tombs. There's a large statue of a winged creature with a sun crest above that, built of marble. And to the north, you notice that there is a relatively empty hill still, where a relatively young gentleman is digging a hole and standing next to a couple of caskets.
Is there any recognizable heraldry on any of the gravestones?
Good point. Give me an investigation check.
Kala, do you see any of the heraldry, from the silverware anywhere? You're good at this. Hold better than
I
you.
Okay, let me have a look. Give me the silverware. And let me compare.
Yes. Well, the one from the death house is tarnished, so that one we can't see, but here's the full raven and then the raven's feather.
Okay, I'll kind of hold them out and start sort of looking around. I guess I'll do a little very quick
You can do the investigation then.
Yeah. Scamper. That's really good. Okay. That's a 21.
All right. So looking around, most of the gravestones just have clear family names on them. Ginch, Strasny, Rowley. Then you start looking at the crypts that are here. And the crypts actually are adorned with house sigils. Those sigils indeed match the silverware, 2 of them. One has a large raven's feather above it. And it says Martikalf.
Martikalf.
Yes. A name that you might recognize.
Does sound really familiar.
Who might that be? The other crypt
Irina.
has...
Oh, yeah.
No?
I'm going to say, I don't know.
Oh, crap. Is that not right?
I'm just a god. I mean a DM. I mean just a guy.
gosh.
Sally? Sealy? One say.
The other crypt has a sigil that you don't readily recognize, but you recognize the name. It says Valakovich.
Oh. Okay. I am going to...
Coincidentally, by the way, I'm going to give you that because you rolled pretty okay. The third crypt that is here, because there's 3 crypts, the third crypt has the name Wachter.
Wachter.
As in Wagner, but
And
then
what-
with a T.
What are the symbols for those ones?
The Wachter house is a
Tortoise.
As a matter of fact, I don't know if
Doesn't
I
matter.
don't know
Okay. One of the-
yeah, for the Wachter house, I honestly don't know. For Valakovich, it's actually a crown.
Somebody's high and mighty.
I'm quickly thinking of, because I want to give Wachter something as well that just sort of fits. I'm going to give it a trident.
Okay. Oh.
John's gonna
That's
kind of
interesting.
meander towards the one living person in this area, and probably noticeably squeeze down on his weapon a little bit, just looking around at the graves.
Okay. Are you looking for anything specific or just names?
No, he's not looking at. He's just looking for movement and things crawling out of the dirt at him. It's not.
It's other than the other young gentleman, it's just eerily quiet here.
I am going to drop invisibility. I'm gonna like, if you can imagine, I do like a lap around this way, and when I actually reach here, when I'm kind of out of sight of like these three, I'm going to drop my invisibility and pop back out. And whichever one happened to have Velakovich on it, I'm going to actually kneel down in front of that.
It's the one you're standing in front of right now.
Yeah, I'm going to kneel down in front of that and pull out the cloak.
The Ouija board cloak.
Yes.
Cool. Ouija board time. Where did I leave that again?
Here we go.
There it is. All right.
My cloak comes out onto the ground. I pull out the knife that has the circle within it, and I plop it down on the Ouija board right at the top. And I'm going to place myself down on my knees, hands on it, and call for the spirits around. I'm going to say, "Is anybody there? Velakovich?" Yes. Okay, did you see who stole the sacred bones from this place?
You notice a little movement, but it remains under the same word.
What's your name? Gretha. Gretha. I'm Carla, Gretha. I'm... Oh god, I don't know what to ask. I'm getting performance anxiety. Usually people don't talk back. Fabulous, this is interesting. Okay,
What's your favorite color?
who took the bones? Do you know their name? Could you give me a color of their hair? Anything, any clue, any hint? Where I should go, who I should look at? H-E-W-E. N.
Did you follow that? Because that was a lot.
That
None
was
of
a
your
lot.
business in Earth?
He who stole has business in Earth.
On Earth.
The gardener.
Oh god. Oh,
John's not near here, so he's not watching.
Yeah, same. I'm not actually.
still has business in Earth. Okay. Thank you, Greta.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick my cloak back up off the ground and scurry towards my companions to share all the information I just got.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so I just did the thing. The Ouija thing, you know, the thing, the board on the ground. Yes, I did that thing, and I asked one of the ghosts who stole the skulls, and they said He who stole had business in the earth. Which is some cryptic bullshit, but like, it's a clue.
You were
It's
talking
something.
How? Oh, I don't. Never
I
mind.
think
Who did you ask again?
I asked a woman named Greta. I think it's Greta Valkovich.
Oh, that's the Burgermeister's lineage. Velkovich.
Wait, the
Yes.
Burgermaster here or the one we buried?
Here.
Yeah, John, even you might notice that Valakovich and the fact that this town is called Valaki has a connection.
I actually did not
Oh.
put that together either.
Balakovich?
A bunch of Valakoviches. Anyways, yes, so that's, so business with the earth could mean many things, but I do think someone who's digging up graves could possibly be of a connection here.
Didn't we see a couple of ne'er-do-wells over by the gallows when we were on our way to the pool? They were digging.
That's actually where I thought we were going. I didn't realize there was a graveyard right here.
There's like this. Hang on. That is 30 feet away from you. There's a guy digging a grave at the moment.
Yes.
But hey, you guys go back to the crossroads.
Yeah. I mean,
John,
yes.
didn't you just talk to him though?
Something about people with business with earth. Would you quiet that digging over there? Anyway, there were people digging a grave.
Yes, there were people digging graves out by that crossroads. I also saw myself hanging from the gallows there. But we have an immediate... And I'm going to just kind of like lean behind
Wait,
them so
hang
that I'm
on.
looking at that guy. You know, immediately someone who we could ask.
You are, Carla, thanks for reminding me. You are so lucky. Something slipped past me that I forgot that you're so lucky. The fact that you saw yourself, I'm just going to tell you because it doesn't matter now anymore. When you saw yourself hanging on the crossroads, that cursed you. And that should have like totally fucked you up in your first battle. I totally forgot.
Let's go! I just feel like curses don't cling to her. They're like, no, she's already got a lot going on for herself.
Yep. That should have given you the hangman curse. That would literally every roll would be disadvantage, like for your next battle. It's like really shitty.
She's so cursed already that new curse is like there's nowhere to stick to.
To be fair, for a lot of my rolls, it's more about making people roll against me more than anything. So
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. For a bard, you're not like that worse off with that.
But yes, I'm going to look at the guy currently digging a grave in the earth and point towards him, and I'm like, that could be an immediate hint. And after that, we can look at plan Bs.
Excuse me, person digging grave. Do you have business with Earth?
He stops digging and looks up at you, and he has this sort of like copyright warning. He has this sort of look on his face like Snape, like that disinterested kind of like, the fuck do you want? You know?
All right, I'm going to start walking towards him.
All right. He looks over at you guys and he says, yeah, what?
What's your name, sir?
My name is Milivoj.
Hi there. I'm John Barenthal, and these are my companions. What are you doing out here?
Possibly making room for some more people. What do you think I'm doing?
Good preparation, I suppose. Or I'm going to look at is the what he's digging, does it already have someone in it, or is he digging a fresh grave?
No, it is a fresh grave, but there is already a coffin in it, and he is just lining it. So apparently this is probably going to be like a quick burial. Someone's probably going to be dumped in here and just like, that's it.
Do people die often here? Like, just randomly?
Look around you. The amount of gravestones. I almost can't keep up.
I mean, this place could have been around for many years at the point.
He points
Well,
at
he's
the
fresh.
He points at the gravestones to the western wall, the western side of the cemetery. He says, that is from this year.
Oh,
What about last year? Where did they go?
Cremated them. There's no room.
You dig them up?
You just dug them. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna my eyes are going to actually flicker black, all black, and I'm going to hold my hands up to them and I'm going to say, He has done well. Let us ask him the real question.
What?
Yes, the real question. You ask it.
Did you steal the
Are you- but-
bones?
Are you trying to seduce me, mistress? Like, what are you doing? I love the description, but I kind of missed that. Like, are you trying to like charm me?
We are ready for the bones. We will bring them to him. Where can we find them?
Help me out here. Are you?
I think
are you
she's-
casting a spell?
I'm trying to. I'm
Convey that.
a cult member. I'm obviously a cult member, the member of the
Making it
group that
seem
he's
like
a member
she's
of,
working for
and I'm
Desklu, yeah.
asking him where the bones are. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So you're using like, oh, okay. So you.
but
trying to act like
obviously
you're a
I
cult
rolled a
member.
natural 1 on that. So, anybody else got anything?
He looks at her like, asked the real question. Did you steal the bones? The bones that were in this in the crypt. He's just gonna
What?
straight up like
Oh.
just ask.
What bones? What crypt? Like the, and he points at the Voctor one that's closest by. Is it the?
No, he's just gonna point like John's getting frustrated. In the church, in the cellar, there were bones of Saint Andral.
There's no
they were
cellar
stolen.
beneath the church.
All right, where was the bones stolen from? Was it?
Oh, the father told you that it was beneath the church.
Okay. There's a crypt beneath the church with the bones of Saint Andral that sanctify this place, and they're gone. Where are they?
No, it's not. It's a solid foundation. There's nothing beneath the church. I'm sorry, sir.
All right, listen here. If I have to go back in there and talk to the father and come out here, you're gonna get a talking to.
I'm not sure what the authority is that you feel speaking to me. I mean, you obviously are very important or something, but I don't like the manner in which you're talking to me.
I don't like it when people lie to me, especially about crypts. I don't want to go down there. It's probably filled with dead people.
I agree, but there's no crypt beneath the church, sir. Not that I know of.
Did Carla actually go down there and see it, like herself?
Yeah, I went to investigating.
Okay. He's just gonna sort of gesture to you. He's like, "You talk to him."
My companions are eccentric. They have been not taking to the land very well. But, and I'm going to kind of like hold out my hand to him a little bit, and I'm going to be like, I'm Carla Lilacart. I'm an investigator and a journalist, and I've been just sort of looking into the different places you can visit in Barovia. 101 things to do here. Does he take my hand?
Oh, yeah, he shakes your hand.
Okay.
Just
And as
gently.
he like shakes my hand, I'm going to like look up into his eyes. I'm going to try and cast Charm Person.
Oh, you're such a bitch. I knew you were going to do that, but sure. Okay.
Wisdom
okay.
13.
Wisdom 13.
Yeah.
He fails on that.
Okay. He'd be like, yes, they're a little bit confused, but one of the things we are investigating of course, everything to do with St. Andral. I mean, it's so interesting, right?
Yeah, very. Anyone
What do you
ever
know
tell you
about
you have very beautiful eyes?
Ah, thank you. I get told that quite often. It's usually the first thing people see. Mostly because everything else is far too much down to see. But
I would like to like confess myself as your most ardent admirer, if I may.
I'd like you to not do that. So
John's gonna look at Casario and like gesture around like, "This is a graveyard. Is this really the place?"
Takes all people, you know.
makes all people, love happens in. I met my.
The Lord.
Never
works in
mind.
mysterious ways.
Morning Lord works in mysterious ways. Yeah.
Something about bones. Let's continue.
Stop. Terrible. But anyways, Saint Andrew, very interesting. This church was named after him.
Yes.
Do you know anything interesting about this church in the connection?
The bones of Saint Andrew are usually buried beneath the church.
Yes. But where are they right now?
Promise you won't get mad.
I won't get mad. Do I look like someone who gets mad?
No, you don't.
I know.
Okay. It is going to be our little secret.
Yes.
I was asked to dig them up,
Mhm.
and I gave them to a friend of mine for safekeeping. But
Can I meet your friend? I mean, you would want me to. What's your friend's name?
oh, he's got a shop. He's the coffin maker of the city. So if you go back to the town square and then take a left and then an immediate right, you should find it.
You are just the most helpful, wonderful person I've met today. Do you know that?
Well, thank you.
And I'm going to like give his cheek just like a little like that. It's a little like tug, and I'm
So
gonna like,
again, this guy kind of looks like Snape, right? So just like angry face and whatnot, but he just sort of like totally like flares up with you doing that, and he's so enjoying this.
and you know what you're going to do for me? Because I feel like this is such a big weight on you. I can just feel it on your shoulders. How much this is weighing on you that you dug up
bit.
those bones. You're going to go into the priest, and you're going to confess your sins to him.
Okay, I will.
Yes, you will. And, you know, I hope you find everything you're looking for in the future. But we have to go find your friend. Just say
Of
hello.
course.
Yes.
I will tell Father immediately. Thank you. I feel strangely liberated.
You have liberated me of a lot of stresses as well, so I really appreciate that. And I'm going to turn back to the other two. I'm going to be like, coffin maker, now.
He walks into the church and out of sight for you. Also, you just cut a corner that I didn't expect you would cut, and holy shit, you just solved a mystery that would have taken a little while.
We haven't gotten there yet. But no, that was really well done. Like
very smooth. I like that.
That boy.
If that not had worked, that would have been really bad.
That boy was flirting with you in the middle of a grave, digging a grave. I don't know how to feel about this.
I feel great about it. Good job, Carla.
No, let's not go through the churchway. I think we should go out the other way.
Oh, okay. More time in a
Just
graveyard.
about
Fantastic.
to go down in there. Okay.
Right.
Out we go. We're going to go find the coffin maker. If you want to speed through the town square, that would be great.
Sure. So walking through the town square, you follow his directions. You go take a left, you take a right. And as you do that, you come upon a building that you would imagine is the coffin makers. Because it is a relatively nondescript building. But hey, there's a couple of coffins leaning against the building. Very close to the door, you notice that there is also a sign above the door in the shape of a very little coffin. It says Hendrik van der Voort, coffin maker.
Therefore, okay. So, what's the game plan? We go in there and we intimidate. I mean, this doesn't look like a particularly good part of town. I think we could get away with a bit of intimidation. Like, if you do all your scary shit, he might confess and lead us to the right direction.
While she says that, John looks straight to Casario, like they're addressing her.
Let me move you in front of the door, by the way.
Okay.
Save you a bit of trouble.
All right, I have an idea. Why don't you go in invisible, right? I'll cast locate object.
Okay.
If the skull is here somewhere, you just message me and I'll tell you where it is. We'll distract him while you find it.
Oh. Okay. That sounds good. I only have one more sort of, disappearing act.
Oh, you
After
could
this.
ask where the bathroom is.
Perhaps
maybe, or...
one more tidbit of information. The building itself looks like it's completely shut everywhere. All the windows have the shutters shut. So there is a little bit of light coming out here and there through a crack, but otherwise it's shut everywhere.
Yeah, so there is light. So it does look like somebody, or there's some kind of fire or source of light inside.
Yeah, especially from underneath the front door, you see like a streak of light coming through. Yeah.
See, but the last time we did this, it didn't work very well. I mean, I got my ring back, this thing, and I showed like the air ring.
Oh, you mean with the burgomaster? Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
he had a very large guard with a very large arm. This guy probably doesn't.
Yes. That is.
It looks like there's not anyone here, right? Doesn't look like there's
There's lights.
all locked up. Oh.
There's light coming through from underneath the door, but other than that, there is just like around you, it's just there's no sound. And the building itself, as I said, the shutters are closed and whatnot. I mean, it's technically a shop because there is a sign out, but
If there's nobody in there, then this place is in danger of burning down. There's fires inside. We need to make
I
sure.
will cast locate object.
Fine.
what specifically are you looking for?
I am looking for the skull
Right.
of Saint Andrel.
Mhm. And what makes you think that you know what that looks like?
Okay, then I'm just looking for skulls.
That's better. Cool. I just need to know what the constraint is. A thin sheet of lead, or
No,
is it
I
just
don't
a thin
think
sheet of
that.
lead?
I don't think there's a constraint like that on this one. Let me read it again. It can't. Oh, sorry. Yes, lead. The spell can't locate an object of any thickness of lead. Even a thin sheet blocks a direct path between you and the object.
And that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see a skull.
Just one.
Upstairs. Just one.
All right. I am getting a sense of it from upstairs.
So it actually worked. Okay.
I don't know if it's the skull, but it's a skull.
I can always
mean-
check it out.
He's a coffin maker. I wonder.
I think you should do the talking, Carla. Obviously.
Yes, of course.
What you under what, John?
I was thinking about skulls and skeletons, and there's no reason for anyone to have a skeleton in their place. So I mean, it seems like it's probably the one we're after.
Only one way to find out.
Okay.
Are we heading up there, or should we just talk to them? And he's gonna start moving towards the door hesitantly.
Right. Do you want to go with the plan then? I'll go invisible, and you two will have to do a bit of talking. You just need to get me in there. That's all I need.
I think we could talk to him for a while. So don't mention the skull, or do. What should I?
We
No.
just lost a very close companion to our heart. That dog, Stoker. So ask if he could make a custom coffin
There's
for
no
that
body.
dog.
I'll do the
It
talking.
doesn't
I'm going to
matter.
walk up and start knocking on the door.
So lead with the skull. Is
Fair
what
enough.
I'm saying.
Don't mention the fucking skull.
Got it.
So
Fantastic.
you knock on the door.
I'm gonna go invisible.
Yes.
Okay. It takes you go invisible.
Mhm.
Okay. It takes a very short moment, and then in the door, a latch opens, and from behind the door, you see a pair of relatively old eyes and what seems to be the signs of a beard. That's what you can see. And he says, my apologies. I am currently closed, but my services are required. May I suggest visiting with Father Petrovich, who can arrange the services you need, and I'm happy to coordinate with the father.
Oh, he sent us, actually. See you.
Yes, I prefer if you just leave your request with the father. He will just contact me. We're
You know-
currently closed.
I don't suppose I'm sure everyone has someone important, but this was actually rather a special request. If you would be so kind, if you'll only take a moment.
What might the service be, I may ask?
See, there was a family member, really a soulmate, if you will. His name was Stoker, and he was small, very small.
Mhm.
So it'll be a bit of a custom job.
Yeah. I suppose I can fashion something special. When do you need it?
How soon could you do it? I know there is quite a bit happening here in the city.
2 days.
Carla's going to message Casario and be like, flash some gold.
Um, uh, because I'm sure you're very busy, is there any way that we could pay a bit more to see you tonight? Take a look at your wares and choose the proper materials?
Well, I am close. I have a backlog. Things to do. My apologies.
Surely there is some amount of coin that would put us at the top of your list?
I'm, and you notice that he's like visibly like disturbed. I'm, perhaps I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't think so.
John's gonna pull out one of his pies and look kind of wistfully at it. Excuse me, sir. Do you like pie?
Shit. These are the things that you don't account for as a DM, because that's really good. Fuck. He looks at the pie. Hate you. No, I don't. He looks at the pie and he's like, could you? You can't slide that under the door, can you? No.
Unfortunately, they're rather robust pies. They're
Oh,
very good.
if you'll just open it, we'll hand it to you through the crack.
I would feel bad. Okay. I will open. How many of you are there?
Just the two of us. Two of us. Yes, two.
Okay. I will allow you entry in my workshop, and we can discuss your business, and then you can go on your way.
Thank you, sir.
These
are very, very tasty pies.
You hear the door unlock. You hear like 3 bolts going, and the door opens. Behind the door, you see indeed very clearly a carpenter's workshop. In the carpenter's workshop stands a very slim, old gentleman with relatively long gray hair and a bushy gray beard. He's a very sad look on his face, like the man who's seen everything and probably even more than that. He looks at you two with a very skittish kind of look on his face that he really doesn't trust you.
John's going to behave in a very, very calming way. He's gonna like not. He kind of knows how to look threatening, and he knows how to not look threatening. So he's going to, his hands are visible. He's got a pie in both hands. He's got a pie in one hand, and his other hand is visible, not near any weapons. Thank you for letting us in, sir. It's a bit urgent, and we thought we could share some of our food with you if you would discuss with us.
Understandable. Please, follow me, he says. And he opens up a door and walks inside.
I'm gonna hand the pie to Casario so that she I feel like this guy's probably gonna be a little bit less. I don't want to intimidate him too much,
So walking into this room, this seems to be a talking area annex finishing shop. This is the place where he probably puts a little polish on everything and then he's done, and where he probably discusses price and whatever services that he has. He's walked in and taken place at this table already. He says, "Please sit down."
Yes, sir. Thank you for your hospitality. And he'll put 1 or 2 pies on the table, for clearly for him.
He will very eagerly pull them towards him. Oh, I haven't seen these in so long.
While they're doing this, Carla is going to actually go for the other door, and she's going to try and sneak into this one.
All right. It's open, so you totally can.
Epic.
Behind that door is actually the coffin storage. So this is sort of like a excuse me. Sort of a, I'd almost say showroom, where various models of caskets are displayed, ranging from just very simple caskets to slightly more sturdy ones, mahogany ones, ones with extra padding on the inside, and some of them very well decorated.
Any cup holders?
Hmm?
Ones with cup holders and fuzzy.
Oh my god.
Yep, this one with a cup holder.
I don't really like their goblet. I wanted to bring it to the grave with them.
I'm absolutely certain that has existed at some point in the world. There's coffins with cup holders.
Well, there have been, and this is like, history time with Papa. There have been caskets made specifically with a little hole in them, where through which there would be like a little thread
Bell, yeah.
fed to that, with a little bell attached like above ground. Just so if you would be buried and you would still be alive, you could pull the bell and let people know, like, I'm still alive. This was like a surcharge on, like, getting a coffin, which is like pretty expensive and only for like the rich and famous. That was a thing in like Victorian times. So take it home with you. If I would put that on my report at school, I would get an A. So
I feel like there was also like a patent at one point where they had a thing on the chest where if the chest moved up, as in breathing, it would trigger like it would cause a bell to ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Yep.
You guys have clearly seen the same documentary.
I don't know about documentary. I think it was just something talked about in school, but yeah, in general, it's just a weird thing that it's like, oh yeah, people used to bury people alive by accident because they didn't know. Like, that's a thing that
Medicine
happened.
man. It's advanced.
So coffins.
Yes. I'm going to completely ignore them because I don't see a stairs, and Xariel said upstairs. So I'm going to actually check in this room.
Right.
First.
That room is actually a staircase.
Okay. So I'm going to say I go up, and if you want to continue your scene, you can.
Right. So you go upstairs, and you can. John, Casario, you see Henrik just taking little bits off the pie and just munching on them quickly.
So anyway, it should be something very tasteful, but not too expensive. And they're just having that conversation.
He was a very important member. He was about this big, and
oh my. So we have silk linings for the coffin. You could also go for the cotton, which is cheaper. And you can choose from a wide variety of colors.
Is the cotton scratchy?
It is if you move.
Like, so at this point, John's actually invested in the possibility of buying a coffin. Do you do engravings?
Meanwhile,
yeah. Meanwhile,
so we go upstairs. Yep. And Carla, let me add you here.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is
I wish I had message. That's like the best freaking spell in the whole game.
What?
Message. Oh,
yeah.
It is pretty
so
great.
I figured that this wouldn't be all three of you, which is why you were thinking he wasn't here. Okay, so there's two doors here.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go for this one.
Which one?
This one over here.
The
I'm
left.
standing by.
All right. Go ahead.
I like all the 10-foot drops written around. That's actually very helpful.
Right?
Yeah. It's just in case.
This seems to be a kitchen area. There's some food around.
Any wines?
Now, no. Well, no. Let me rectify that. There is some wine, not a lot, but there's a couple of cups.
Anything?
What's interesting, Carla, and you immediately notice that is there's a table setting for two.
Uh-oh, Scadios.
Right. Apparently, there's a guest.
That's why I wanted message.
Oh no.
Brr. I don't think he's alone. Brr.
I'm being quiet. I'm being careful. I'm not actually like thundering through these places. I'm like very quietly slipping my way through. This is not the first house I've ransacked.
I feel attacked.
Don't.
Making my way downtown.
Okay. So kind of seeing that now, I'm going to start thinking about, oh yeah, I'm going to need like distractions as I'm sort of going through. So before I open this door, I'm going to actually make like the sound of hammering downstairs. kind of like with minor illusion, just a sound of hammering kind of echo through the house a little bit, as if like he's working downstairs. It's not a concentration spell.
I need to verify. Are you making that sound downstairs so you can hear it upstairs, or are you making it in such a way that it sounds like it's coming from downstairs?
I'm making it in such a way that it sounds like it's coming from downstairs, like it's echoey.
Cool, that works.
Okay.
You
then
hear
I'm going
sound.
to slip into this, and I'm only going to leave the doors open like a fraction.
Okay.
Fraction.
Fair. Open is open though, but I'll accept that as fraction. This seems to be a bedroom. The bedroom itself is well kept. You notice a small writing table and a comfortable chair to sit in a corner. There's a bookshelf and a wardrobe. And on the nightstand, there is a small dagger. On the table is a viola.
Oh, I do like a viola. But I'm going to immediately go for the cupboard, just to see if I can find a skull. I'm going to crack it open, and then I'm going to do, like, investigation along it.
You're going to crack open, what, the cupboard?
The cupboard, just in a very, like, gentle way. And then I'm kind of look at what's inside.
All right. So in the wardrobe, there is a leather pouch with 50 gold pieces.
Immediately snatching that. Immediately snatching. That's mine now. Into the backpack, so it's not floating. It's actually on me. Okay. Anything else?
Some clothing.
If I kind of like run my hands along the bottom of it, is there like any, or like the back of it, is there kind of a hollowness to it?
Roll me a perception check.
Ooh, I'm getting fucking good rolls today. That's going to be a bad sign when we enter anything actually important. That's a 18 altogether.
Yeah. There's a false bottom to this wardrobe.
Every time she does that, I'm like, Carla, not everyone has false. Oh, there is a false bottom. Damn.
They're very popular. They're like
it's such a D&D trope. Like every wardrobe. Like,
you know, telling me I need to start getting false bottoms for my stuff. I mean, it seems like a good idea.
You know how like everyone's really into houseplants at the moment? It's like that. Just everyone's really into false bottoms on their wardrobes. Yeah.
God, if I had a houseplant, it would die within a week.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pop that bottom open and see what's inside there.
All right. So one of the coins that, one of the gold coins that you've like found in the bag is like under this floorboard. So you basically now have 51 gold pieces. That one gold coin that you find over there is slightly larger than the rest of them.
Is that all that I find?
Hmm?
Is that all that I find when I pop it open?
Yes, that's all you find there.
Okay, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna pocket that big one. That big coin. Just on myself, but the rest of the gold goes into my backpack.
Sure.
Next I'm going to trapeze over towards the bookshelf.
Okay.
Start looking.
Just seems to be general books on like how to preserve a body 101 and caskets and you.
A man of his craft. Okay. Next I'm going to go for underneath the bed. What's there?
All right.
Digging for dummies.
Funny, I would say, like, yeah, a couple of eyes look back at you. No, there's other than dust. There's nothing underneath the bed.
A skeleton pops out and stabs you. No.
Aha!
All right, and kind of a sweep of the room. I can't see sort of anywhere else where something might be hidden.
No, unless he has it under his covers. You didn't pull the covers away, but
okay. Then I'm going to snake back out.
Yeah.
And just tiptoe my way back out towards the hall. And when I actually get here, just before I open this door, like obviously it's open, but before I actually go in, I'm going to like quiet myself down and really listen to see if I hear anyone in that direction.
You hear faded voices discussing coffin options downstairs.
Okay. Then I'm going to slip inside here.
What kind of woods could it be made out of?
So as you get in here, That voice, actually, those three voices get a little louder. There's a couple of floorboards missing here and there, and there's just a shit ton of wood up here.
Is this like a crate over here?
It is a crate.
I'm going to go straight for the crate. I'm going to try and like navigate between the floorboards that are broken, really like try to keep my sound low. Like if you could imagine like Scooby-Doo tiptoeing, that's what she's doing at the moment over to this crate.
Okay.
I'm going to try and see if I can open it.
The crate itself opens easy and doesn't creak all too much, and there's just a whole bunch of nails in there.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take a couple. Just to have them.
How many? Like this crate contains like 5,000 nails, so...
I'll take like 5.
Sure.
Not many. Just enough.
They're steel nails, so they're good quality.
Ooh,
Pretty good.
nice.
I'm gonna just creak my way over here. See
Right.
what's there.
The rest of the attic seems to be filled with crates and wooden planks.
Okay. Then I'm going to just start sort of making my way towards this end. And have a look at this crate.
You open up the crate, and inside is a whole bunch of cotton.
And I kind of move it aside a little bit. Does anything reveal itself?
It does, Carla.
Yeah.
Inside the cotton, you notice that there's a skull that is jeweled. There's jewels like on top of the skull.
I'm going to presume it's that one and yoink it up into the bag.
You take the skull with you, and as you do, you hear the faintest sound behind you. You hear the sound of creaking wood.
Gosh. And I'm gonna back my way towards the window and look
Okay.
at what was behind me.
Looking behind you, all the other crates are opening. And from all those crates burst forward vampire spawns.
Did they know I'm there?
They're all looking at you. And every one of them looks like they might have been an adventurer at some point. You very clearly recognize that one must be a paladin. One must have been a wizard at some point. One must have been a fighter. One definitely must have been a barbarian. And one must have been a rogue. And the only thing they do is hiss at you. Roll for initiative.
Oh no! No, 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 no. Oh god. Can I say as a free action? Just one free action, please.
What do you want to do?
I want to send a message to Casariel saying, "Help! Help!"
Sure, and that means you can roll for initiative as well.
Oh, thank god.
Let's go.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna look right at John and say, Kata's in trouble.
All right. It'll take you 2 turns to get upstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
I
fucked.
have the
Where's Carla?
worst
Oh,
initiative
I was
rolls,
going
and
to say, where's
I rolled
Carla? But there you are.
it.
Sorry.
So bad.
Oh my god, I was not prepared for this. I'm super invested in watching what's happening, and all of a sudden, oh god, I have to do things? What? What is this?
Yep.
What was your roll, Carla?
That was a 9 plus 4, so that's 13.
Okay. John Casario, what did you have? John, you can also roll for initiative, by the way. Like, you didn't hear the message. Well, you heard the message through Casario, so you can roll in.
Okay, I got an 8.
I rolled a 10.
And that die is going away to dice jail.
Like I said, all the good rolls wasted. Wasted before this one. Oh god.
Oh my god, I totally forgot that I actually am a character who has things I can do. Oh god.
Maybe I should have handed it.
And the question is, would it have made a difference?
I mean, well, they've been looking at me here, the mage hand. That's the question. It's a 10-foot drop. That would kill me, right?
I don't think
You're
10
good.
foot.
No,
You're pretty
10 foot
dexterous.
it would seriously hurt you if you just drop. But as he said, you're dexterous. There's ways.
Not gonna hurt as
around
bad
it.
as 5 vampires.
I was
attacking
thinking
you.
that, especially if they can get a fucking bite on me, that's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad.
All right.
God, I hope they're just illusions.
You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do
No, but okay.
The vampire wizard looks at you and his eyes glow even redder than what they are already. And he points a finger forward at you and he casts fireballs at you. It seems that they have retained some of the skills that they knew when they were adventurers. That would be
So glad I
a
have a
15.
second character prepared. That meets it, beats it. No, wait, am I still fit? Yeah, I'm 15. Yep.
Uh,
Oh, God.
that hits you for 7 fire damage.
Oh, how lovely. Oh, how darling.
Carla, your turn. They're both
Awesome.
absolutely shitty, so you have some breathing room.
Great, so like just right here, I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers. I'm going to call forth my Cloud of Daggers. And that's my last second level spell slot used up, but it's fucking worth it. Yeah, so basically anything that enters this particular area in front of the window is going to have to just face the heat of some daggers, basically. And then I'm going to bust open that window and try to climb my way down with my
Hang
movement.
on. Where did you cast it?
Just like hair in front of me.
Like in front of you. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm quickly looking if I have a token for that.
Yeah, it's a, what is it? It's a 5-foot cube. And I basically just fill the air with it. So like you see she like unsheaths hers and it like multiplies itself in like a purplish glow and starts spinning like violently just in front. And I am unsheathing the silver dagger that I acquired last session.
Okay. I don't really have anything that would fit, so we're just going to use the default token just so I know where it is.
Okay.
Cool.
And then I'm busting open that window and trying to scamper my way down.
All right. The window shutters are locked.
Does the fireball not even like take a little bit of them on fire?
No.
Shit. Oh god. Okay, well I have to use my action next turn to try and break them open.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? You have movement.
I have movement, but I'm not fucking mad. Unless I'm you know what? Can I fit through these floorboards?
No. Not
Shit.
a chance.
Okay, then I've got nothing. I'm gonna try and get out the window.
Dash. Oh.
And I'm protected currently with my thing, so I'll try and take it. Okay.
Okay. The vampire barbarian rushes forward towards you and hits your cloud of daggers on the side. What does that do?
Oh, that's 4d4 of damage plus whatever. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, that's 4d4. Okay, let's do this. 4, 1, 4, 3. 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 1 is 12. 12 points of slashing damage to him.
Okay. That hits him. He lunges forward towards you and bites you. Or tries to bite you.
He tries to.
Natural 20. I'm sorry.
Guys, it has been so nice playing Carla Lalacard. I can't wait for you to meet my second character. She's wonderful, I promise. Okay,
is-
go on.
12 piercing damage and 14 necrotic damage for a total of 28.
I'm down. I'm dead. I'm down. I'm not dead, but I'm unconscious currently.
How much is your hit point? How much is your hit point maximum total?
23.
It's not double. It's not double. I know what you're thinking. It's not double.
It's not double, and even then...
But your hit point maximum is reduced by the amount equal to the necrotic damage taken. That's 14.
Okay.
So you lower it by 14.
Okay. When I'm back up, I can do that, but currently I'll keep it in mind. Shit.
Serial.
Yeah, I mean, I'm immediately running upstairs.
Yep. It takes you, as I said, 2 turns to appear upstairs. So you first, unless you want to do something epic where you want to come upstairs, it'll take you 2 rounds.
Epic like teleport? I don't have a teleport or anything.
Fly.
Fly through the floor?
I don't know. Never mind.
Try.
If I fly, could I make it up there in one?
You can try.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll try.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, what is up there? And I'll just immediately, my entire body starts to shimmer, my eyes glow white, and 2 incorporeal twilight purple wings sprout out, and I'm just gonna, as fast as I can, try to get up there.
All right. Give me a strength check, a raw strength check.
This is a big one. Don't fuck me. Okay, that's good. 18 minus 1, 17.
That's enough. The floorboards are like not great, so you burst right through them. I will allow your token.
Okay.
And I will put it... Hang on. Because you guys have been... I would imagine that you've walked a little bit. You will be there.
Okay. And I'm just going to... so that's my whole movement?
No,
I will...
it is... you've moved up 10 feet, so you still have movement.
Yeah. Okay. Then I will... I'm going to move forward my whole movement, which I can't really tell, but... Oh, the game's paused.
Game's paused.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just going to go to here, and I'm going to go... Hey, fuckers. And I'm just going to try to get their attention. So they see, like, a... Yeah.
Obviously.
A winged angel being. And I'm going to look at the barbarian. Let's go.
He's looking at you.
Looking at me, looking at you, looking at me. Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I can't. I mean, that was my action to do that, so I only have bonus action left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
All right. The vampire fighter notices you, Casariel, and seeing as Carla is downed, she is no longer an interesting fight, but you are. So the vampire fighter charges towards you and makes that. And he lunges at you with his greatsword. And he does so for a 5, so that doesn't hit, I imagine.
No, does not hit.
Good.
I'll take my shield, I'll knock it away, and then I'll just kind of like growl, and my eyes will just flicker like black, white, black, white, black, white.
As he hits you and misses you, one of his hands releases from the greatsword, and he uses his multi-attack to claw at you. And he does so for a 15.
Does not hit.
All right, so he swipes at you and nothing more. John.
All right. John basically just pushes himself back from the table, sees Casariel take off straight through the floorboards, and just rushes around to where, I guess, presumably the staircase is. I don't really have much other choice than that.
It'll take you a full movement, yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna dash. I'm gonna use my full dash to get as far as
Okay.
possible up.
If you use your dash, you come upstairs.
Cool.
So you will be. Hang on, not there, but
Probably not there
to
yet.
drag you
But
up.
we'll see.
You will be. Let's see. This is 5 feet from the second movement. 25. You'll make it there.
All right. Cool. All right. That's
All
me.
right. All right. The vampire rogue climbs up the wall using his spider climb ability and sticks to the ceiling, moving. That's 10 feet, so he can move up to here. And he is on the ceiling at the moment. The paladin sees Casariel and rushes towards her, but can't make it. Top of the round, the wizard turns around at Casariel, raises his hand, and casts another firebolt at her. No, he doesn't, because he does a 10.
Doesn't hit.
No, it just flies like straight, like next to you. Hang on, where are you standing? No, it just hits the wall. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Carla, I need a death saving throw.
Yeah, you sure do. You sure do. 14.
You save one.
Cool.
Good.
Cool. Great.
I honestly can't decide with the barbarian, so I'm going to let the dice speak for me. And you're lucky. He turns around, and the barbarian rushes towards Casariel. Coming to Casariel, he takes his warhammer, and he swipes at you. For a 24.
That hits.
That hits you for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Casariel, your turn.
Casariel takes out the icon of Ravenloft. She holds it aloft, and she casts Turn Motherfucking Undead, bitches.
Awesome. Yes. There we go.
So everyone needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh
Please.
my god. Oh my god.
Hi, Andy.
Oh, if there was ever a moment, right? Awesome. All right, so what's my saving throw on that?
It would be 14, but because I have the icon, it's actually 16.
Correct. Awesome.
Woo!
I'm glad I kept it.
1 fail.
Oh,
2 fail.
oh
3 fail.
God.
4. That's a save. 1 save. 2 saves. 3 fails. 2 saves. So that means I did it clockwise. So I got a fail. The rogue will turn. The wizard will turn. The fighter will turn. The barbarian and the paladin are still very much not afraid of you.
Okay. Okay.
It means that they need to spend their movement to get as far away from you as possible, right?
Yes, they can't take reactions. And they can't move towards me in any way.
Yep. Cool.
Okay, so how tall are the ceilings here?
That should be about 10 feet.
Okay. Oh, 10 feet. Okay. So I will take an opportunity attack even if I fly over the head of this barbarian and paladin.
Okay.
Right? And I would take it from both of them no matter which way I go. No, I guess if I
If
go
you
to the
fly,
left.
if you fly up, and then that would only be 1. Well, you
Okay,
would take one from the
that's-
fighter. No, because the fighter is scared, so he would. It's just 1 opportunity attack for the barbarian.
That's a. Oh, that's interesting. If I tried to move through them, would this fighter have to move away from me? I'm trying to get to Carla in as much little as movement as I can. I'm just trying to get closer to her.
If you want to just go walk in a straight line, if you don't fly, that's the easiest and shortest way. You will get an opportunity attack from the barbarian. The fighter will not harm you because he's scared of you. If you
That's what I'm
fly,
gonna do.
same effect, but you fly.
Yeah, then I use 10 feet of movement to go up though. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to since the fighter's scared of me, I'm gonna kind of like assume that he like out of the way, and I'm just gonna try to cut through the barbarian and the fighter and head towards Carla. So I'll take that attack opportunity.
Cool. He rolled a 17 plus 6 is 23 for that.
Okay.
That's 7 bludgeoning damage.
All right. Let's see here. So that's gonna be. We'll just say 5, 10. Oh, it tells me. Okay. Here I am. That's it for me.
All right.
Deadly.
The flying itself, now that you actually have it, is not an action, is it?
No, but it's like if I go 10 feet up, that still counts as, or if I go 5 feet up, that's 5 feet, and then towards her is.
Yeah, but no, but what I'm saying, now that it is your turn, you move, but you haven't taken an action. The fact that you're flying was an action last turn.
Oh, I turned undead.
Turn undead.
Oh, yeah, I've turned undead.
You took a
of course,
pretty
yeah.
big action.
Yeah.
Pretty massive,
Yeah.
awesome action.
See how benevolent
So
I am?
good.
Like, do more.
So
Do shit.
good.
Survive this, please.
I
Yeah.
want to. Believe me, I have the next thing I'm going to do is good too. I'm ready.
All right. Let's see. So we have the fighter who is scared as balls of you, and he needs to move away from you. So what he does is the fighter moves towards this window. And with all his might, and this is a vampire spawn, right? Not an actual vampire, but a vampire spawn. They're fucking strong. He breaks open this window. And he crawls outside. You can't see him anymore. John.
All right, so at this point, I know she busted through the ceiling, so he's going to be running and keeping an eye on the ground to make sure he doesn't fall through any open holes.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Like, that would be such a dick move.
Thank you.
Point of order.
So I'm going.
Papa, you can rule on this, but I feel like John and I probably have worked together long enough that you would know if you damage any of these guys that I've turned, it cancels the spell.
Okay, cool.
So if you want to roll for that or whatever.
Yeah. No. That is like, I would say, and not necessarily even the fact that you guys have been working together, but John will know that to prioritize his targets. He's had military training. Seeing people scurry away from you means that they're no longer priority targets.
All right, so I've moved 30 feet.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and. All right, yeah. For now, basically the closest target I can see, the barbarian who, I from the other room may have even seen him take a swipe at Casario.
Yep.
He's going to sort of like holding his weapon, kind of reach out and try to access that thing that he did earlier, that sort of wavery something that happened, and cast Eldritch Blast at him.
All right.
Let's
go ahead.
And let's see. Spell attack plus 6 is. I got a 20.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Cool. And with my Grasp of Hadar, it also pulls him 10 feet closer to me.
Done.
Cool.
And how much does it hit?
Basically, get over here. Let's see. Eldritch
over
Blast,
here.
I believe, is just 1d10. So, boop. 5 damage. So he sort of
Renders him bloodied.
So he's running forward, holding his weapon behind him, and like as he's in the middle of running, he reaches out and just this like the line, almost like heat lines, wavers through the air, and this guy gets wrenched forward 10 feet towards him, or backwards from Casario.
I love it.
That's me.
All right. The rogue is fucking scared of you, Casario, and he tries to run away from you. But he's cornered, so he will run towards John.
Bring it on.
No, as a matter of fact, he will not, because it's closer. Hang on. It would be closer for... He's on the ceiling still. It would be closer for him to go towards the window that's just open, so he will be there.
Okay.
The paladin, unfazed right now, has seen John enter the room, and now has to choose between John or Casario, but figures that Casario is the bigger threat, as he knows that you have magic. And that you are probably going to help out your ally, which is disadvantageous. So he rushes towards you, Casario. He pulls out his longsword. And he tries to hit you with that. And he tries to do so with a 10.
Does not hit.
Swirls around. He tries to bite you. And he tries to do so for a 20.
That hits.
That is 6 piercing damage and 7 necrotic damage for a total of 13.
Okay, so I am resistant to necrotic, so I think
All
that
right.
means I take half, right?
That's half, so that's only 3 then, and that's good because that means it's only 9 damage total, and your hit point maximum only drops 3.
Okay.
Aren't you the lucky one?
She is a tank. She's built.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it. I love it. For a fucking priest, right?
Incredible.
Love it.
It's also the coolest clutches as well. Oh,
Okay.
Top it around. The wizard, fucking scared of you, runs outside, crawls onto the side of the building, and is nowhere to be seen anymore. For now. Carla, I need a death saving throw of you.
let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Does she live? Natural 20.
Oh!
You
Natural
survive.
20.
You revive with 1 hit point. Back and you're alive.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, also, a quick in between. This is like sort of one of those things that it's not rules as written, but I just like it. If you roll a natural 20 on your death saving throws, you get 2 deaths. 2 negatives.
You need a natural 1.
If you roll a natural 1, if you roll a natural 20, rules as written, you only stabilize. And I'm like, no, you stabilize with 1 hit point. That's cool. Like, it should be rewarded.
I think it
So
is.
you
Actually,
get-
well, I thought it was actually you get up with 1 hit point because I've seen that in other plays where it's like, oh my god, like someone went down and then immediately rolled a natural 20. It's like you get down and get back up. It's like,
Oh, okay.
So,
well, in that
but-
case, then,
yeah.
then it's still rules as written, so you get a hit point. So you have a turn.
Oh, not this one.
Next turn.
I'm so excited.
that's amazing.
But you're back.
Oh.
The
Gonna, like,
barbarian.
Pop up.
The barbarian is still very much alive, is just angry and runs at John. And he rages. And as he rages, he uses his warhammer, and he tries to attack you twice. And he does so with advantage, even though I don't need it on that. Nope. That is a 24.
24 was gonna hit.
And for the second attack, he has, with advantage, a 8 plus this 14.
14 will not hit.
All right. So only 1 hit for 7 bludgeoning damage on you.
Ow.
And he's standing in front of you, like, angrily raging. Casariel. Your turn.
Okay. I don't know.
I imagine if when Carla pops up, she's like,
What to do?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Carla's stabilized. She's up now. You can see that clearly.
I
if you
imagine the
want to take
clang,
the shot.
the clang of the two-handed sword on Casario's shield was like so loud that Carla was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon, which is a moon scythe. It's got a full moon in the middle and 2 half moons on the other side, and it's going to take a swipe at this fuck face right behind me here, or in front of me, the paladin.
I still need to, like, remind me after the session that I need to make, like, spiritual weapons for you guys, because, like, I still don't have that. For now, we'll just
I don't
use
think
it
I'm
yours.
ever gonna get it, so it'll just be her. It'll just be her.
Yeah, there we go. So, spiritual weapon.
I love it.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, no, that hits on the paladin, right?
Smackety smackety.
Yes.
Yep. All right, for how
That is
much?
a 10. For 10 damage.
Okay, done.
And then I will, I'll just grin at him, and then in my hands apparates a purple ball of energy, and I am going to just pump a moon bolt right into his chest.
That is with disadvantage on close range.
Okay. Okay, so the first one is a 13 plus 6. And the second one is a 12 plus 6.
18.
This is
It hits.
18.
It still hits. Yep.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, that's 7 damage.
All right. He's bleeding.
Good. That's the end of my turn. I think I'm gonna stay here in front of Carla.
All right. John.
All right, so the guy in front of me, do I, because I imagine he attacked recklessly, do I see like an opening? Like, is he attacking in a way that I feel good? Okay. All right, I'm gonna lay into him with as much as I can. First, a bonus action, casting my Hexblade's Curse on him. And I'm gonna go ahead and swing hard. This is gonna be a heavy weapon master swing, and that is nope. I believe I got a 9.
Ooh,
no. Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 7 on advantage. All right, so given that, I'm going to miss him, and then I think I'm gonna try to come a little bit more in. I'm gonna edge my way around him, sort of like going around him and keeping my facing him the whole time, and that's probably why I missed. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on him. Never gonna leave his radius, but I'm gonna get closer to where Casariel and Carla are, and that's my move.
Fair enough. The rogue is still on his path to get outside, so climbing on the roof, he quickly climbs outside and climbs towards the actual roof, and he's no longer visible for you guys.
God damn.
The paladin renews its strength and raises his longsword and swipes at you, Casariel. No, he does not. He tries to hit you for a 9.
Does not hit.
And as a quick action after that, he tries to bite you. And that will hit, because that is a 23.
Okay.
Same story, 9 points total damage, and 3 points off your maximum.
I'm down.
You're down?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Carla.
He was looking bloodied, right?
Oh no, wait.
He was looking
Nope.
bloodied.
Hold on a sec. Am I down? Let me just check this breastplate of mine. Nope. I'm down.
Okay.
Sorry. It's just that I don't take critical hits. I thought maybe I popped back up, but no.
Your spiritual weapon disintegrates.
He's bloodied, which could mean anything, really.
Your turn.
So I want to give it, I just saw the other side, a little bit, can't remember much of it. I popped back up, and I think I brought something with me, and I'm going to use my bonus action to figure out what my tale from the beyond that I brought with me is. And that is 3, which isn't bad. I am going to go. You'll see sort of that locket that appeared on John will start flashing on Casariel's sort of neck as she falls down, and you'll gain 5 plus 3, 7 temporary hit points from me, and I will also gain those as well.
I will allow that as saving her from going unconscious, so you're not prone. You don't have to stand up.
Cool.
So yeah. So you have 7 temporary hit points, and you have this sort of glowing purple locket around your neck that I also have. And then I'm going to take my movement.
Yes.
Somewhere.
This shit, I'm out.
Shit, I'm out. I am not invisible anymore, and that scares the shit out of me, but I do have a skull. So I'm going to try and take my movement to sort of get over here and get partial cover, and I'm away from windows where other vampires could come out of. So, like, I can't actually move here, but I can. So, like, I'm, like, trying to hide behind this, yeah.
You're small enough to actually count that as partial cover. Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry to leave you!
The barbarian is still raging and swipes doubly at you, John. Nope. 1 fail. Another fail. An 8 and a 2. No. That's not going to happen. So he does not hit you. Casariel. Right. I need a saving throw.
Wait, no, she's up, isn't she?
I'm up.
Oh no, you're up again. Sorry, no, you're not. No. I need something cool.
Oh, it's 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. You got 8 temp. Sorry. I'm a little stupid. Okay, there we go.
All right. Oh, it's my turn. Yes. Oh my god. All right. I am going to. You'll see. She's just almost went down, and we know what happens when someone tries to kill Casariel. She gets real pissed. So you'll see her eyes. They're already flickering white and black, and they just go pure black. And it's almost like a little bit stormy, where it's like purple black. It's like a little bit of a glitch. And then she's going to reach her hands out, and she's gonna. I'm gonna cast inflict wounds.
Fucking
The
cool.
second level.
Let's go. So what's the? It's just an AC check, right?
No, it's a attack roll.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, this is good. That's good. 19.
That hits.
Okay. Okay, that's 4d10.
Let's go.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so that's, oh my god, that's 25 plus. Oh crap. Plus 8. 32.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh, she's so powerful.
He's just standing there, sword in hand, ready to attack you again. And he tries to lift his arms, and his arms just fall off and just disintegrate into a pile of mushy meat. And he just boils down into like minced meat. He's gone.
It turns out Casaria was the real monster all along.
When he disintegrates in front of her, she's still in this like almost like barbarian-esque rage, and she just tucks her head and she just flies 30 feet towards John and the barbarian.
All right, go ahead.
Terrifying, like demon angel entity.
Fabulous.
Powerful energy radiates from you as you disintegrate this vampire, and there's energy crackling all about you, and like you look like something that in 100 years people will still tell tales of. And those crackles that come off you are just like, it's spectacular, until one of those crackles actually forms into something else, and there's a ghost next to you. John.
So,
Oh,
Get your friend. Come talk to your friend, please.
so
not one of mine.
John was like paying attention more to what was happening behind him. He was fending off attacks, and then when he saw Casariel like take a hit and start to go down, he had turned and was going to do his Eldritch Blast again, and then he saw her stand up and just waste the guy. So he was like, "Oh, okay," and he just keeps turning and then whirlwinds into this barbarian for a hit.
Awesome. Go ahead.
So let's give it a go. Regular
You
attack.
have, you have advantage on it though.
I do
He's
have
raging.
advantage?
He's
Oh,
raging.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't think he did it last time. So okay, so natural 20. Yes. Oh,
Go!
Go.
baby. Okay, so I did say at the start of that I wasn't gonna do heavy weapon master because I really need to hit this guy. So it's not heavy weapon master, but
Sure.
that's gonna be 4d6, and I'm also dumping in a smite on this guy.
Yes.
So question. Normally a smite gives 2d8 plus 1d8 if they're undead. So does that
Yeah.
mean I'm doing 6d8 to this guy?
Correct, sir.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Also, Hexblade Curse on him, I get an extra +2. Just because. Fuck this guy. Fuck him hard. Okay. So let's go with the D6s are 3 plus, so 13. That's 13 for the regular maul hit, and then just that's 2, 10, 12 plus 13, 17. So 17 plus 12, 29 plus the original, I think it was 13. Yeah, so 29, so 32, 42 plus the 2 plus 2, so 46. 46 damage, yes, sir.
You punch his fucking like vampire teeth like back into his fucking neck.
Yeah,
This
he's
guy's
a
gone.
barbarian over here. He's like, oh, Casariel. Oh, she's fine. Yeah.
Perfect. He just falls back on his knees and then just disintegrates into ash. He's gone.
Nice.
All right. And also I'm gonna get
Absolutely
5 health
beautiful.
points back from that for the Hexblade Curse. High 5 HP if I die. And okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna come closer to Casariel. Oh no! I didn't use a bonus action. Okay.
You did not.
So, as a heavy weapon master, if I make an attack on somebody and I kill them or get a crit, which I did both, I can make a bonus attack.
Nice.
You can. Yeah. 100%.
Mace is cool.
So I'm gonna does this, first of all, as I'm running up, does this ghost look like it's just peaceful, or does it look like it's fuck it? John doesn't care. He's attacking. I'm sorry.
You
Yeah.
want to see? You know, it's just a ghost you're gonna attack.
Well,
I look like I'm almost dead. Just FYI.
So John, this is no time to be choosy. He's gonna attack, and gonna do the same thing. Let's go ahead and roll it. No, that is a 14. Well, that's 14. So
That hits.
it hits. Oh my god.
Oh.
Real quick, I just want a point of clarification. Divine Smite. Can I do that multiple times?
I don't think so, but
It does. It just says when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend
There you
a
can.
spell slot. Oh my god!
Because I know
So
Grania
you
has
can.
done like Divine Smite, extra turn Divine Smite on that extra turn, so I think that works, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and so no extra +2 and no double, but let's roll it.
Go!
6 + 3, 9 + 5 + 2, so 9 + 7. That's 16 plus the original 2, 18.
Is there
18
an
points.
extra
All right.
die for the fact that is it considered undead or?
Oh yeah, extra
So
one.
not bad.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Paladins. Oh,
8. Yes, I don't realize my own strength.
Yes.
Hey, so 8 was it 18? Was it what I originally said?
I believe it was
so
18.
it's
What you
26.
said, right?
26.
26. All right. It's. I mean, ghosts don't get bloody, but it's like it's ectoplasmic.
So John did the whirlwind attack, just annihilated the guy, and then just sprinted and did another, like, brought up his weapon and just swiped through where the ghost was.
Perfect. The ghost itself, as you connect with it, you look at it. The ghost itself looks like a combination of 3 things. First of all, it very clearly looks like the armor that Casariel is currently wearing. The ghost itself inside of the armor looks like a combination between someone you've never seen before and Casariel.
Oh shit!
As if she and someone else had a child that looks exactly 50% like Casariel and 50% like someone.
Does it look like gender? It has a gender?
Huh? It looks like it's probably female, but
Okay.
50-50. Yeah.
I'm sorry if I
Um,
kill your mom, Casariel.
The hit
My mother's alive, John.
I'm
the
sorry
hit-
if I... Yeah, okay.
just shatters the ghost like partially. You see it like it disintegrating. Casariel, you take 13 points of damage.
Oh shit!
Half of what the ghost gets.
Okay. My max HP is reduced by 4 and then 3.
He's 7.
I'm definitely down. But
How
my
much
max
is your
is
current
31.
max HP?
Originally 31.
You're fine.
So 31, 30, 20. Okay. All right, I'm down.
Right, you're not fine, but like you're not dead.
I'm all right. I'm not all right, but I'm okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Carla.
oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm going to try. I see a ghost and I'm like, was that one of mine? Maybe I can pull it back. And I'm going to try and determine another tale. And I get. What do I get? What is 6? Okay! A 6. Oh, interesting. Okay. Alright, this is the tale of the traveler, which haven't really worked out quite yet. It keeps forming and then unforming. But basically, I'm going to look at Casariel go down, and just as the locket sort of like is on her, is starting to like flicker and go out, it's actually going to like burst up into her face and like light up her eyes, and she's going to gain temporary hit points equal to a roll of my bardic die, which is a 4, plus my bard level, which is a 4, so that's 8. So you get 8 temporary hit points, and your walking speed increases by 10 feet, and you have a +1 bonus to your AC.
Wow.
Whoa,
Okay.
Okay.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, no, I love that one. That one happened in our first fight with the armor, I think.
Oh,
It was
right,
amazing.
yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like every time you nearly go down, she just basically pumps something into you, so that locket now shifts and just goes up into your face, and you're brought back out. A little speedier, glowing purpley around the edges.
All right. Anything else?
I could move. I suppose I could
Good.
move. Okay, I'm going to just move, so that's 15. I have 10 more feet. I'm going to stay here just so that I have a little bit of cover. Just a little bit. Not a lot.
Casariel. You're still okay, sort of.
Well, I'm going to look at John. I'm gonna look back at Kala, and I will just hold my hands here, and you see this like burst of radiant energy enter me. I'm gonna cure wounds at. All I have is first level, so first level cure wounds on myself.
Yep.
Oh, come on! Give me an 8. Okay, so that's 10 points of healing.
Woo, nice.
Wait, why didn't that work? Come on, D&D Beyond, be my friend. It didn't do anything. Oh, yeah, it did. Right. And then I am going to, because we can't hurt this thing, or it hurts me. Right? Or I take half. Oh, I don't know what to do.
Well, did we notice when I hit it, like something happened that
I died when you hit it.
Right, but so like, was there some kind of connection? I guess it looks kind of like you. Okay.
Yeah, like you didn't notice anything
like
other than
me, and when you hit it, you saw me go like.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool.
No, probably.
All right.
I'm just gonna stay here. Casario's confused. She just got brought back. She just healed herself.
You still have an action. Do you want to look at it and talk?
I cure wounds to myself.
Sure.
And I unfortunately don't have a great bonus action, so I'm just going to stay here.
All right, John.
I don't know if at this point he's rage is kind of subsided a little bit. There's nothing overtly threatening except for this ghost. You did this earlier and it seemed to work, and he reaches out to Casariel and casts protection from evil and good on her.
Okay.
And I don't know if that'll have any positive effects, but it is now on you. This protection grants several benefits. Creatures of the type, so celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, undead, aberrations, have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on saving throws against the relevant effects.
Correct, sir.
So that's
Okay. Thank you.
and he's gonna sort of warily look at the thing and try to like look at Carla like, what should we do? And then that's it.
Okay. The ghost looks at Casariel, and Casariel, for a moment, there's a shift in the face of this ghost that looks a lot more like you. It's not you, but kinda. You feel like you recognize this face, and it's not you, or is it? It's hard to tell. But the ghost looks at you, and she reaches out and says, "Help!" And she touches you and tries to do a withering touch.
So if it's an attack roll, it's a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh god. And you have that +1 to AC. Remember that.
So with disadvantage, that is a 14.
Does not hit.
Cool. So it grasps right through you, where your heart is.
I feel like as she comes for me, I'm like, is that my mother? Is that my mother? I'm freaking out. And I just like back. I'm just like scurrying backwards.
Yeah,
I'm totally
no.
freaked out.
Carla.
Oh God.
I don't have a whole lot left that could help, but okay. God, oh God, oh God, oh God, it's like connected to you, but I also isn't, but also, oh gosh, okay. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm just, Hail Mary, I'm going to see what else I can get out of my bardic inspiration. Scrambling, going to see what I can do. What's the 4? What's the 4?
Go suck.
Oh yeah, this sucks. This is really suck. Alright. Oh! This one's funny. This one's funny.
Big moment.
Yeah, I know, not a great moment, but this one will be just interesting.
Just cast message on it. Stop touching people!
Hey,
Consent.
I can choose. How far away from me are you? Oh, excellent. You're just within range. Yeah, I'm going to move a slightly bit closer, just to be sure. Just to be fully sure. I'm going to get closer to both of you. And then I'm going to go... Yes, like, I don't know what's about to happen, but you remember our friend, Glare? And then I'm going to... You see my hand sort of, like, swirl out, and this purple, like, teleport appears under all of our feet. All of our feet. And I'm going to teleport us 30 feet below. I'm going to teleport us to the bottom floor, all three of us, as the tail of the runway.
Nice.
Sure.
Up.
All right.
That's us.
Nice.
That's amazing. Oh my God.
So that will bring you here.
Yeah.
Hang on. Like that. And you would be there. Oh,
Staying alive.
there. That is absolutely cool.
I think I was. We were all in. Yeah.
Yeah, Henrik is still like in his chair and scared as balls for what's happening upstairs because he hears like, you know, tumultuous like movement and whatnot. So you teleport all four of you downstairs.
The three of us only.
No, all four of you.
Oh no. But it says targets that I choose, and I didn't choose that one.
Well, maybe it's attached to you. I don't know, but
Like the ghosts in the Haunted Mansion at Disney.
Oh, terrible.
Hitchhikers may be traveling ghosts.
Hitchhikers, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that was my bonus action and my action.
okay.
And my reaction.
So is it Cassariel or me?
No, it's you, John.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Right? Or did I miss someone?
I
Oh,
think
no, sorry.
Cassariel
Yeah, it
goes
is
before me.
Cassariel. I'm so sorry. Yes.
Okay.
Cassariel, your turn.
Well, okay, so I'm not possessed by it, right? As I've been thinking as my friends have been hitting it. I'm not possessed by it.
Nope.
All right. I'm going to...
And again, it looks like you and someone else morphing through one another, kinda. And it's wearing like literally your breastplate.
Yeah. Cassariel is going to... She's going to look around them and she's going to say, we've got to fight it. She's going to place her hand up in the air. From her hand springs crackling purple energy, and a sphere, boom, boom, out to 30 feet, surrounds all of them. It looks like one of those globes, you know, like with the crackling kind of lightning in it, where when you put your hand on it, the lightning all goes to your hand. She's going to channel divinity. She's going to cast Twilight Sanctuary. So for 10 rounds, you guys would know, you've seen this before. We all get temporary hit points.
I love it.
She's going to say, fuck this bitch up. And I'll roll for my temporary hit points. And hopefully these temporary hit points can keep me up until you kill her.
The hope. It's the hope.
please. I forget what it is. Is it 1d6 or 1d8?
Ah, I love it. I love it,
There you
Bob.
go.
Okay, that's a 5. Plus 4 is 9. 9 temporary hit points for me.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, you
Have you
guys.
added the disco lights, you know? Oh, hang on, I got a better one. Here we go.
Yes, perfect.
Ah, yes. All right.
Oh yeah, that's it.
So,
All right. Yeah.
very similar to, I think it was Mission Impossible, where he had an explosive device, and they were like, "Okay, I need you to kill me, and then bring me back." He looks at Casariel and says, "I can bring you back," and he rears back and wails on the ghosts.
Go ahead.
As hard, so as this is not gonna be a regular attack.
All right.
That is gonna be 13 plus 5, 18.
Hits.
All right, and I'm not gonna do a divine smite for this one. This is just gonna be a regular hit.
Yeah, it might be a slow,
Baby
but
hits.
surely we'll get it down.
So that is a 7 plus 2, I believe. So that's gonna be 7 plus 2, 9.
9 total damage.
9 total damage. Yes.
All right. The ghost is visibly hurt by that. Casariel, not so much.
Okay. Good. All right. So yeah, as he hits, this is more like a science experiment. So he hits, and he's watching Casariel to see how she reacts.
I see Carla like standing in the background with a notepad.
Never seen a ghost do this before. It's quite strange.
All right. So yeah, that's everything I
And
got.
one.
All right.
And you get 6 temporary hit points, John.
Fantastic.
The ghost turns around and looks at Carla. And as she looks at Carla, the face on the ghost is shifting between what you would assess is Casariel and someone else. And she reaches out to you, Carla, and she says, "Help me!" And she casts
you.
Withering Touch.
Oh, thank you.
And that would be a... Apparently the dice hate you today, Carla. That's a natural 20.
Oh no.
By the way, my
Um,
current max HP is 9, so if it's an 18, I'm fucked.
Your max HP is 9?
Yeah.
She got hit by the bite
Oh,
at
no.
double strength.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is there-
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. There's a church. There's a church right around the corner. No problem.
How much is a diamond worth? Is it like 300 gold? I've got 250.
500.
I
Fuck.
don't have that spell yet. But he might.
How much hit points do you still have?
I currently have 8.
Did you have temporary hit
plus
points
8
from?
temp. I have my own 8 temp.
You take 16
Okay.
product damage.
So I'm just down.
But very down, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, she's down because she had 8 temporary hit points and then 8 of her own, so she's like perfectly down.
Yeah.
I think.
And then you get 9 more temporary hit points at the end of your
So you're back up
Oh no.
again.
Or no, I'm sorry. It's at the end of her turn. Not at the end of this turn.
Oh, right. Well, that's now. So you can do your death saving throw
Okay.
and then stand up again.
This is 17.
Okay, stand up again because you get temporary hit points.
How many was it again?
9.
That's literally just my HP. Okay. Cool. Do I get my return or is that just it?
No, that negates your turn.
Does that
Yes.
get her turns whenever I let her up?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Casariel, is completely freaked out. The look on her face is like she's tortured. This thing looks like her. She looks like her mom. She doesn't know if her mom's alive or dead. The only reason why she came to this place is to find her mother. And this thing is going to kill her friends. It's going to kill her. But her mother would never do that. No matter what. Never. There's no way, not even if she was possessed And so she's having these thoughts as she's like, a tear just is streaming down her face, and she's like, I can't hurt. What if it's my mom? But my mom would never do that. And she just reaches both of her hands out, and she's gonna grab this thing by the hair and yank the hair down. Her eyes are gonna turn black. All of the veins in her face, all the way down her chest, into her arms and into her fingertips turn black. She's gonna inflict wounds.
Love it.
Good.
I just like imagining pulling hair.
Yeah.
Stop hurting my friend.
21.
21.
To hit.
That hits.
Oh my God, Saloon is with me tonight. This, you guys, okay. It's 3d10. I'm so stressed out. Oh my God. Okay, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18. 18 points of damage. That's it. Just 18.
All right. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm wise. Okay, that's a 15 plus saving throw?
Yep.
6.
6 total.
21. No,
21.
15 plus 6. 21.
Right. Good.
I'm actually...
I rarely use d4s, but I'm going to need a d4 for this.
Okay.
Right. I rolled a 1.
Okay. Is that good or bad?
Means nothing to us. We don't know.
I will tell you. The ghost disintegrates. You killed it. And it just evaporates into nothing. And
Okay.
as you stand looking at like what happened, a cloud appears again, and just the face of the ghost rushes through your face, right through your head. You gain 10 years of age, but the ghost is dead.
Why?
Bitch. Okay.
It is once again quiet in the house.
Just making sure that the can't be frightened, possessed, all that stuff doesn't matter, right? This is an ability or something.
Hmm?
The protection from evil and good wouldn't protect against that.
Oh, fuck, you have that. You don't get the 10 years. You're so lucky.
She remains. She remains. Remains the
John,
face. Let's go.
may I fucking pee? Oh my God.
Woo,
GG, John.
Oh. Hey, Casario did something cool with it earlier. He was like, huh, that seems interesting. I'll pick it up. Oh.
Those vampires are still outside.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Listen, we've got the skull. We go to the church. This thing consecrates, right? Consecrates, was that the word? The church, right? Is this the skull? I hope.
It's the skull.
John is going to, like, there's no activity around them right now.
No.
First off, he's going to walk towards both of you, put a hand on both your shoulders, and lay on hands 5 points into each of you.
Don't do it for me. I can't take any more. I feel
Those
as
are
if...
temporary hit points, right?
Oh, no, those are just, they heal.
Oh, you got... Oh, you already
I-
were healed?
I'm
Her
maxed
max
out to
hit
my
points
current
are down
max. Yeah.
to 9 hit points total. So
The-
we must protect Carla at all costs.
Right, but what I mean is, like, the hit points that you got
You
from
don't
her-
get temporary from... No. That doesn't work like that. You can't give temporary hit points that are from other people.
No,
Because
I'm
it's
giving
not
you
like
real
my
healing.
overall max.
I'm giving you
She's
actual
giving you-
heals.
Yeah.
So so your temporary hit points will stay, and my heals will go underneath that to boost it up even further. I'm healing you.
Like,
You're
my
Healing
temporary
your
points
actual
for...
HP.
My actual HP is currently at max health. So
Oh,
don't
okay.
bother.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you were at 0 because of that last attack.
No, she gave me 9, and that was my full...
Temporary. She gave you 9 temporary.
Oh.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, yeah, then I'll take it. I'll
So
absolutely take it.
that's-
Okay, epic,
just,
epic,
like,
epic.
Both of you 5 hit points, and he's gonna turn and stalk straight towards the door and find the guy in his chair.
He's like sitting there, scared as balls, and just
Yeah.
sitting there.
What are you doing with those things?
In my swamp.
What are you doing in my swamp? Oh, yeah.
John, I don't think it is his fault. Didn't you see how scared he looked when we came to the door?
They were upstairs in his shop. Carla, what happened up there?
I'm poking around, and usually that doesn't go that poorly, but then a bunch of fucking vampires popped out of these fucking crates, and they could see me even though I wasn't visible, and now I think I am...
All right.
This is the last time I try to help any religion. Any! I swear.
In crates. You had these creatures in your place, in crates upstairs. What is this? Tell me right now what is going on.
He has the biggest look of he's about to pass out of being scared, and he says, "I don't know.
It's all right.
Sorry.
It's all right, John.
I don't know.
It's all right. Listen, you need to come with us. It's all right. All right. Come with us. We're going to go to the church.
You're coming with us. You're coming with us.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We'll protect you. If you stay here, then they might come back.
John's gonna put his hands on his shoulders and say, "You're not going to come to harm, but we need to find out what's going on. Come with us.
Give me a persuasion check,
please." All right. Persuasion. I'm actually not the worst at persuasion, so luck is not on. Oh, it is. Oh my god. Okay, I got a 15 plus 3, 18.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
If you, okay.
Yeah.
He says, and he will come with you.
Yeah, we'll protect you, but we need to get to the bottom of this, and so we're going to head to the church with this guy.
All right. You going straight there?
Okay, I'm going to defer to Carla and Casariel at this point.
I'm going to take out a stake out of my bags, the ones I made out of the broken pews in the church in Barovia. Yep. I'm going to hand one of each of them to John and Carla. I don't know if they can roam freely here, but we should go straight to the church.
Yes, we need to deal with these things, but I don't think we're in any condition to fight the lot of them. But they're here, and
right,
people might get hurt. I'm fine. As fine as I can be, I'm fine.
He doesn't look hurt to me?
No, I'm pretty topped up.
He seems he's holding himself better than he is, but he's not too terrible.
Okay, I've cast Cure Wounds on myself one more time, so now I'm at 24 hit points.
All right.
Plus the 5 from earlier. Lay on hands.
Yeah, actually, yes. Actually, so my channel divinity would still be up. So I'm just gonna roll a few more times and see if I can't get you guys up to that sucked. A 3. I rolled 4 times in a row. That's a 4. That's a 1. 3. I was just seeing if I could get like more temporary hit points for anyone, but no.
Okay.
But maybe I can give this guy so if I rolled a 3, can I give him 7 temporary hit points?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I'll give him 7 temporary hit points. All right, anything else? Let's just act normal. We're just going to church. Just 4 people headed to church. Nothing to see here. Right?
I'm going to look at that guy, and with just burning hatred in my eyes, he'll hear a message in the head of like, if you try to fucking con us on the way, I will murder you, and I will murder everyone you care about.
The only message you get back from that is, I'm so sorry.
Who is this, and what are you doing in my head?
You go from this house back to the church, and walking outside, I imagine you quickly look at the building to see if these vampire spawns are still on.
Yeah, on alert, looking for these things as they're moving, because these things are out there. And in fact, I'm going to divine sense and see if I can feel any undead within.
Nothing.
Okay, nothing. Okay, they seem to have left the area.
Yes, mind you. The time right now, it is after midday. It's getting towards the evening, but it's light out. And while the sun isn't getting through the clouds today, it's still daytime.
Right. Okay. So yeah, they're not in the immediate area. So around 60 feet. I think she knows, because Sarah would know.
You don't see them or feel them.
Are they in those coffins?
Well, they're
No,
not.
not character.
Like,
You have left the building already, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go back and investigate, you might
No.
like.
No,
No.
no, no. Straight to
Nope.
a church. Straight to a church, and then straight to bed so that I can get all of my points back.
Going back to the church before we get there, I would say let's take our break because
Mhm.
we're halfway.
Oh
Little over
Lord.
halfway through.
Oh Lord.
Let's take a break and recuperate, and we'll get back when we are at the church.
Oh my God.
Hello, everybody. We are back from our break. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. We got a drink. We got a bit of talking. I got cussed at in a good way. That was tense, wasn't it? Holy damn, that was great. So just before the break, we had a very tense fight at the coffin maker's shop of Hendrik van der Voort, which, by the way, is a Dutch name, so that's how you pronounce it correctly for all of you out there. And he was very scared and all that. And after the battle, which you guys just barely survived, you made your way back to the Church of Saint Andrel, carrying with you the bones or the skull of Saint Andrel. You also asked Hendrik to follow you as well, and after some subtle persuasion, Hendrik agreed with you. So you are currently standing in front of the church with not a a vampire spawn in sight. What do you guys do?
I imagine John's very confidently striding towards the church. His intention is he's going to push open the doors, walk straight to the back, and find the father and get his attention. And be like, we need to talk now. Like,
Okay.
So let's
stop him.
if nothing stops him, let's do it. No, all right.
Nothing
Depends on the
needs to
mission.
stop him.
Cool. So he's going to get up to the point where he's going to keep moving towards the father until the father acknowledges him. So the father's over on the left, so he's gonna sort of walk towards in that direction, making sure that Heinrich is following him.
Father Lucian is talking with Milivoje, and they spot you as you come in. Of course, like you're in a group of 4 at the moment.
So yeah, he's currently talking to Milivoje, and he's going to basically gesture the father, get his attention, and like. So whenever the father is done with his sentence, he will talk to him.
Yeah, he will come over. Milivoje will just hang back a little bit. He says,
Right, yeah.
I've heard some troubling things from Milivoje.
When he sees Milivoje, he'll also like point at him and like stay here. You're not going anywhere.
He nods.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I've heard some troubling things.
Give the floor to Carla, who probably can explain this better than he can at this moment.
Okay.
So I was chatting to Milivoje just a little bit, and he was sort of eager to get off his chest all the nastiness that he's done, including stealing those precious saints' bones. So we chased that lead down a little bit to this old man's home and coffin shop, and snuck in there because saints' bones are incredibly important. We don't want the place to be not consecrated. So I went in and I went to find them, and 5 fucking vampires came out and attacked, and we've nearly died, but you have your stupid saint's skull back. Here you go.
Hendrik looks at the rest of the group while standing with you, and he says, Father, one night, several months ago, a Vistani visited me with some business. The Vistani had some bodies and needed coffins made for proper burial. He delivered 6 bodies, and I made the coffins and carefully moved the bodies in each coffin. But I felt darkness and evil. I thought it had something to do with a Vistani curse. I closed the coffins and left them in a room upstairs in my shop. When Milivoje told me about the skull. He heard about buried about St. Andel's Church. I shared the information about the skull with the Vistani. The Vistani were very interested in the skull and gave me 100 gold pieces to acquire the skull. Vistanis were planning on doing a ritual with it, and he requested, after I acquired the skull, that I could have the coffins delivered to St. Andel's Church for burial before the feast of St. Andrew. And he offered me another 100 gold pieces for my efforts. I offered Milivaj half of the payment if he could bring me the skull, and another 50 gold pieces if he could help me deliver these coffins to St. Andrew. The Vistani never came to pick up the skull, and Milivaj still needed to help me move the coffins, and I wasn't sure if any of this was going well, so I ultimately opted to put these bodies in crates for the time being. And as we've now learned, I have made a grave mistake. And I'm sorry, Father.
You did all this for gold? For gold?
I'm
And I only found 50 of it. You said there was 100. Do you have the other 50? And I'm going to look at the Milankovich or whatever his name is.
I'm sorry.
It's not a problem of that they did it for gold. It's a problem that they didn't do it for enough gold.
Milivaj, I'm going to look at him and I'm going to be like, do you have the other 50?
Milivaj, like no longer under the charm spell, shrugs at you and says, "No."
I'm going to walk right up to him. I'm going to grab him by the shirt and pull him down. And I'm going to say, I have just risked life and limb for your fucking gold, so I want it. Do you have the 50?
Give me an intimidation check, not with advantage.
Okay, that's fair. Gonna be a dirty 20.
He stands up and he brushes it off and he says, "No, go away, you."
I'm gonna kick him in the shins. Fuck him.
All right.
All right. He falls on one knee.
All right. John's gonna look over and be like, just don't kill him. All right.
Kasariel hung back to watch the door. She can see what's happening though. So she's like between the door and what's going on over there, and she just sees this kid like kneeling down in front of Carla, and she's like,
"Is he proposing?"
Yeah. Figures.
Fits with 50 gold, maybe.
Father, first of all, Heinrich, you're saying, just to be clear, the Vistani delivered to you these corpses that turned out to be vampire creatures.
Yes.
Do you know who amongst them? Like, is just random people that they just gave you gold? Have you ever met them before?
I haven't seen them since, and they're Vistani. I know. I don't know.
Okay. Father, the skull, Carla has the skull. Would this be enough to re-sanctify the church if we had it here?
Yes, it would be.
You might want to use like a tougher lock, maybe. Maybe
give the skull?
several padlocks. Oh yeah, I give him the skull and like several padlocks. More protection, perhaps a guard to rotationally check on it, considering how valuable it may be.
John's gonna point.
Father.
Okay.
Yep. No, go ahead.
Okay. Is it Milovich? What's the kid's name?
Milivaj.
Milivaj. There are several vampires running around there outside. somewhere, hiding for now, possibly killing people in this town. This is on you for dealing with this skull, for stealing this and desanctifying the church. Do you realize that this is going to happen? If you ever attempt something like this again, I will come for you.
What are you even talking about? There's no such thing as vampires. You're silly.
I have to kill him. John, I have to kill him. John, there's no other alternative.
All right. Regardless of what you believe, if you do something like this again, you're putting people's lives at risk, and I will come for you.
Whatever.
This guy's gonna die by the end of this campaign.
Oh yeah.
All right. It's just, whatever. Father, you have to watch out for him. He's the one who stole it, and he doesn't seem like he's contrite at all. This is going to be a problem in the future.
I understand.
He's fired, right? Like he's fired.
Let me deal with him. The Morning Lord believes and repents.
I don't.
If this happens
He's fired,
again,
right?
I don't know if we can help.
At that point, your church deserves to be unconsecrated if you're going to make the same mistakes.
I will make sure that this does not happen again, now that I know that this was an issue. I will see if Minivaj truly repents for his sins, which I firmly believe he will. And we will take it from there.
I was going to look at John like, you're just going to accept that on his word?
We did a job. We re-sanctified the place. If it happens again, there's really no one to blame but the Father at this point.
Okay.
I'm looking over and I'm trying to kind of like discern what they're talking about. Can I make an insight check to see if any of them look shady to me, like Father or, I mean, obviously not Carla and John. Anyone but Carla and John.
From where you're standing right now, sure, but with the disadvantage.
Okay. That's a 3.
Oh.
Okay, that's a 6. My luck isn't run out.
Tragic.
That's okay. I'm fine with it.
All right.
No, they seem to be pretty, like, stand-up people. Even for, people that steal skulls. They're still, like, you would actually believe that he would repent for his sins.
Listen, I thought that he was a good guy the whole time. I'm a terrible judge of character.
So,
obviously.
Once we've re-sanctified the church, how long do you think it would take you to do that? Is it just replacing the bones, Father?
Allow me to take the skull, he says.
Carla?
Hand it to John. I'm like, this is in your hands now.
All right.
If this church goes to shit on you guys, I'm going to go over hang with Casariel, the only sane person here.
The reason we need to
fuck off to her.
The reason we needed to sanctify the church was I wanted to bless the weapon. And now that you are able to sanctify it, you can do this, correct?
Correct.
Hands him the skull.
Great. Well,
He walks back to the altar, and next to where he usually stands, he moves away some stone debris, revealing a bit of a crater. And he puts the skull back down there and covers it up with some rocks. He then puts his hands on the lectern in front of him and closes his eyes and starts murmuring some words that you can't really hear. John, especially you, as a paladin, you notice that the area around you starts to give you a warm glow as if you've just got like under a warm shower. The whole church just feels right. After a couple of minutes, Father Lucian comes back to you and he says, this should be it. We're safe for now.
I'm going to look towards Casariel and Carla and nod. Basically, job done.
I'm going to give him like the sign for okay.
All right, so why we originally came here, I was going to ask if we could... I had a weapon before this that was blessed in the Church of Saloon, and since that weapon has been stolen from me, I found this, and I don't believe it's ever been consecrated. It does look a little bit odd, I'll grant you, but I would like to have it consecrated if possible.
But of course, If I can hold the weapon, please.
I hand it to him, but like tentatively.
Nana Carlo, what is he doing?
Leaving
That's a
that
very good
away.
question. Give me a. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God.
John.
I was not expecting that. All right.
I know.
With my weakened constitution, this is going to be great.
Awesome.
All right, I got a 14 plus 1, so that's 15.
All right. You hand over the weapon to the father, and as you do, you just fall to your knees. For everyone else around you, it just feels like a sign of respect almost. Handing over a weapon and all that.
Do I feel like pain or anything?
No,
just
not
a
pain.
okay.
You feel like weak as balls, dude. Like you could sleep forever. You feel weak. But other than that, yeah, no, it's no damage or anything. Father accepts it as just a sign of respect and turns around and walks back to the lectern. You can stand up again, by the way, John.
Yeah, I know. I just
Casariel is going to see that and just rush over.
he's
What
sort
is
of
it?
he's gasping. He's got one hand down and one hand on his side. I don't. Everything feels heavy. I don't know what's going on.
What do you mean? I'm gonna clasp his face. What do you mean? Are you all right?
I think
Father
I
Lucian?
need that weapon back. Okay.
Father Lucian holds the weapon up and starts chanting something that is hard to follow if you know what, like, but you probably feel that he's probably like doing a sanctification of the weapon. And as he's doing that, a black cloud of smoke is starting to surround the heads of this weapon.
Sorry, get that weapon back. I don't think this is working. I don't think this is happening, right?
What is he doing?
He
What are you talking?
He was supposed to be consecrating the weapon. He was supposed to be sanctifying it. Something's wrong. I need it back.
All right, she's gonna just walk forward and watch what he's doing.
All right.
She's like,
As
looking
he is
on in him.
As he is sanctifying this weapon, that dark cloud sort of like to coalesce around the weapon. And Father Lucian isn't noticing this. He has his eyes closed and he's just doing what he's asked to do. As that cloud gathers around the weapon, all of you hear a voice in your head. And all of you hear that voice saying, "Should not be doing that. I need the connection."
Father, please stop.
I'm just going to walk up to him and I'm going to say, you are so good. You are so good to have done this for us. Thank you. And I'll just reach my hands out.
"I'm not ready, my child," he says.
Oh, I no, I'm quite sure you are. I'm quite sure you are.
Father, something's wrong. I need it back.
Okay, if you want it back, he gives the weapon to Casariel. Casariel, you take it in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Natural one.
Oh my god.
Oh God, girl. Okay.
No.
Did we just give the ring of power to what's her name? The elven girl.
Half demon Galadriel?
Yeah, Galadriel. Did we just
Half
give the elven
demon
ring of power
Galadriel?
to Galadriel? Oh God.
Radiant as the dawn.
Prince of a queen. Beautiful and terrible as the gods.
As you grab the weapon, Casariel, it just sort of like melts into your hand. It just latches onto you. And you can't hear anything else but a voice going through your head like, "I need you. I want you. You will be my servant,
Mhm.
and you will listen.
No.
Casaro, you just stand there accepting it. You don't agree nor disagree. You just stand there, the weapon just stuck to you.
I was going to send a message to try and cut through it and be like, what's happening? Are you okay, Casariel?
It falls on deaf ears.
Shit. Oh, shit.
What is John feeling at this moment? Like, does he feel anything out?
I would say you still feel weak, but I imagine you're seeing this, and that should do something with you. You feel jealousy.
I'm gonna start crawling towards. Everything's heavy. I'm crawling towards Casariel, and with the intention to grab it from her hands.
Give me a strength check.
All right. I'm really, really great at strength. It's my best quality. I got a 12.
That's enough.
Okay.
As you grab the weapon just releases instantly from Casario and latches back onto you. To the outside world, you're just taking the weapon from her hands, but for you, this weapon just almost integrates with the palm of your hand. And the only word that resonates with you is freedom.
Do I feel like I can stand again?
Yeah, you feel perfectly fine.
I'm gonna look at Casario. You all right?
Am I all right?
Fair point. Yeah, no, you are. It's just like that message still resonates you with like, the fuck was that? Other than that, you feel right as rain.
I'm just going to look at him in the eye.
It's fine now. Everything's fine now. So he's gonna look to the father and look. Sorry, I'm sorry. I thought this would. I thought this would be something that I've normally done, but it's not something I should have done. I never should have done this. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Everything's fine. You should put that away for now.
He's gonna like hold it, but low.
Glad you're all right. Scared me.
I'm sorry. Everything's fine now.
Yeah.
I think, Father, our business is concluded for the time being. Keep this place safe. I think we have to go.
Thank you, Father, for all your help. Should you need us, I believe we'll be going to Kresk next, so we will come back to check on you to make sure all is well. So,
We will be fine. Please take care of yourselves. The roads are dangerous.
the Feast of St. Handrel, any worries there now that the church is consecrated? Should
No,
everything be fine?
now that the church is consecrated, we should be fine.
Very good. What? I'm just going to turn back to them and just say I'm very tired.
Yeah, let's go. We should. I don't think we can deal with vampires now, but we need to keep them on our mind. They're not gone, but I think we need to go rest. This has been a day.
I'm just going to hold my hand out and touch Heinrich's shoulder,
Yep.
and I'm going to say, "Take care of yourself. May the Silver Lady guide you. And now that you see, the darkness is not always the way. Money is not everything." And I'm going to give him 20 gold.
Money isn't everything. Here's some money.
Money isn't everything. Here's money.
No, I love it.
Okay.
We nearly died in his house. Oh my god.
what can I say? He will accept that, and he will say, I'm really sorry. And he just plops down on this pew over here. Oh, that's you. I'm sorry. That's. I have mistaken you for an old man with a beard. I am so sorry.
She didn't get that many years.
I was going to say, you didn't
Take
get
this.
those 10 years, right? No.
Yeah, no. Take this in the name of the Morning Lord and of Saloon. And know that they look after you, should you need them. You do not have to turn to darkness.
Thank you.
And, if you can, pay it forward to someone else that you see in need.
I will.
Except for that kid up there. Screw him.
Who's still crying in the corner, by the way?
No, not Yeska, but
Yeska.
Milivoj.
Yeah,
Screw them.
yeah. All right.
All right. So, where do you guys want to go?
The inn.
We can go to the inn and rest, but, with vampires traipsing around the towns, would it not be advisable to go towards, our only allies here, which is Vasily and Irina, who may get attacked by vampires in the middle of the night, and that wouldn't be particularly good if we left them on their own to do that.
Yeah, no, we could teach Irina to fight, so she doesn't need Vasily. That's what I think we should do. Oh, we could go back to that treasure chest, because I did just give 20 of our gold away.
To who? To the church. Say the church. Say the church
It
to me,
was
Casario.
to a good cause.
Are we not a
people are
good
starving,
cause?
and well, I just think if you pay it forward, it does say a lot about faith.
She dead stares across and she's like, I think we should stay with Vasily tonight. Not waste any more gold at the Blue Tavern Inn or whatever, Blue Water Inn.
I think if you wish me to stay with him, it is a 50-50 chance that he will be dead by the morning. But I see no problem with that personally, so let's do it.
I mean, we can teach Irina how to fight, and then if, vampires come, we have, a ground base, and we're not trying to also protect a tavern full of people. Could be pretty handy.
Right? And maybe
So,
tomorrow they'll go with us to get the trunk of money, and then we can go to Kresk.
Yes, and, as a little bit of fun, you could push him in the river, because that wouldn't be too bad.
Paula,
That wouldn't kill
you
him.
really are a treasure. Have I told you that? You are an absolute delight.
So
I think we should do that.
the plan is to go to Vasily's and rest for now. Is that correct? All right.
Yes.
And it's relatively early in the day, but I think we're talking long rest. I think we're saying we're donezo for now.
and you're getting towards the evening, so
Okay.
it's not night just yet, but
Okay.
it wouldn't be weird to relax.
Yeah, let's make our way over there and recuperate. There's been a lot that happened today.
We can also look at our items, kind of attune to stuff. We can do a little bit of stuff like that before we actually decide to go into the long rest, so it's not too bad.
You return back to the area that.
So everything is black except for the buildings, the insides of the buildings.
That is weird. Let me fix that.
Okay, just making sure.
welcome.
No worries.
Welcome to Foundry. Any better?
Yep.
Cool. We're outside.
We're outside in the where the Blackwater Inn is? Question
Yeah.
mark? Oh, where Blinksies is for sure, but it's all dark.
You guys are all the way on the left, top left.
Okay, we can't see ourselves. Wherever we're in is blacked out.
Oh,
Oh, I can't see myself.
Oh, I can.
Hang on.
You can?
Hang on.
Okay, maybe-
I know what's going on.
Okay.
This
No
is
worries.
Foundry.
Yeah, no
This
worries.
is Foundry.
It's all
But
good.
we're gonna fix that. There.
All right,
And
on the
now I'm bringing
way,
you
on the way
back.
to Vasili's, Casariel is just
Perfect.
grumpy. She's trying to psych herself up to deal with this fucking asshole.
As
you should
we're
be able to see
walking,
each other.
Going to stop
yeah, we see each
him.
other. So as
Not
we're walking,
going to
John's gonna
stop.
say, "What happened in there? With I felt completely drained once I gave the weapon to the father, but something happened when you picked it up. You looked.
Yeah, no,
You sat there.
possessed. A little fucking possessed. She's gonna say it loud at first and then take her voice down and just kind of like take his arm and just look at him. A little fucking possessed. The fucking weapon talked to me, John. It fucking talked to me. I heard it.
I heard it say, "This
You
should
heard
not
it say?
happen." I heard it say, "This
You
should not
heard it say?
happen."
It's the first
Something
time
said
it's ever
that.
talked to you?
Something said that. I've heard
John?
one thing before. Which is why I'm hesitant. This is a dangerous place. This is a dangerous land, and I feel more capable when I'm holding this. And when I hit that thing in the coffin makers, when I killed it, and I started rushing towards you, I heard in my head, hit it again. And that's why I went and hit the ghost. I've never heard anything like that before, I didn't even think of it at the time. I just thought maybe that I was thinking of it, but it sounded exactly like what we heard in the church. I don't know what it is, but I think I need it.
You know what it is.
I think I need it.
You know what it is. And I understand, and I'm not going to stop you. But you know what this is. We know what this is, and we have to
Is it
we have to
Saloon
figure out
guiding my...
that was not the voice of Saloon.
No, it wasn't. I don't know what it is, but I know that I can't be without it right now. Whatever it is, when you need
lied
it.
to me, John. I've asked you about this, and you fucking lied to me.
Something, I know that I've always told you the truth. I've always told you that it made me feel more capable. Like I feel more confident when I'm holding it. This is the first time I've ever felt like I need it. And now, I don't know.
Promise me, if you keep this thing, that we will figure out what is inside of it eventually. And promise me that if it's something terrible and awful,
I have faith that Saloon will protect me. Whatever it is, if it's useful, I will use it. But I will not be used by it. Saloon protects me from that. And he's going to stride forward.
All right. Where to?
Oh, look, we're here. Knock, knock, knock.
You knock at the door?
Oh, yeah.
All right. After a short while, the door is answered by Bram, the servant of Vasily.
Oh, fancy seeing you here. Oh,
You've
my
been here
goodness.
before.
Yes, we've actually decided to take Vasily up on his offer and stay the night.
Ah, yes.
Is he home?
Yes, he is. Please come in. I was just making dinner. Please
Exciting.
join the master at the table, he says. And he just walks away towards the kitchen. At the table, you see both Vasily and Irina sitting and waiting for dinner. And they see all three of you approach, and both of them smile, seeing you, and they say, "Good to see you." And they both notice that all three of you look like you've been through something, because holy shit, you guys are wounded. And Ina immediately gets up on her feet and she says, "Oh my God, can I? Do you need help?
Maybe sit down.
Please sit down." And Vasily just chimes in and says, "Yes, sit down." Like, what the hell happened? Have you been outside the city borders?
No,
No.
no.
He
Do you know
went-
that coffin maker? Are you like familiar with him? Is he like a good friend of yours?
Hendrik? Yes. I wouldn't call him a friend. He's not the social type, but I know him. Yes.
Well, he had 5 vampires living upstairs in his home. Baby
Excuse me?
vampires. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, and
Her-
we killed 2 of them. Well, they killed 2 of them, but 3 of them got out, so we thought it would be just safer for everyone if we stayed here. And, safety in numbers, that kind of thing.
Naturally. Done. Of course. You're staying with us. That's of course.
Casariel is just gonna take while they're talking, like whatever bottle of wine is on the table, and just take it, and like there's a glass in front of her at the table placing. I'm sure she's gonna like
There's-
think about it, almost pour it in. There's just just empty it.
So, and the Carla's going to
Casariel?
go through the whole thing. Sorry.
Casariel, as you do that, like you just take the nearest like receptacle to put the wine in, you notice that Vasily is a relatively wealthy man. Like he's not aristocratic, but he's wealthy.
Mhm.
Looking around the table, the chandelier that is on the table, or the candelabra, that's the right word, right?
Yep.
That's on the table. The plates, the cups, the cutlery, everything is made of very fine made steel. The cup you take to put your wine in is made of steel.
So she drank from the bottle.
Oh, you drank
Yeah.
from the bottle?
I
Oh, okay, cool.
considered putting in the
bottle
cup
is
and
made
then
of
just-
glass. All right, cool. So the cup is made
But yeah,
of steel.
no, yeah, I'll push my silverware around. I'm like, interesting. Noted.
All right. So you were saying, I'm sorry.
Carla's going to launch into the whole, like, we went to the church, we did this, we did that, sort of like, basically tell the tale from start to finish in like true bardic fashion. She's like getting up, she's minor illusioning like little bits and pieces. She yeah, like this image of John like swinging around and like caving that vampire's skull in and then chopping the spectre. She's like doing all that with her hands, and then she's like, and I died about twice. Xariel nearly died about twice. We really put our necks on the line for this morning Lord's Saint Skull. And now we're here, and has this like maybe 3 vampires on the loose in the town, or maybe they've all disintegrated with the sun. I don't really know how they work. Do you know how they work? She asks Vasily specifically.
They hate sunlight. And there's a couple of other things that they don't do well with. This is a slight change of plans. Stay with us. Let's have dinner. And then in the morning, we leave. Valaki isn't safe anymore. If you are certain, and I will believe you on your word if you say so, if you are certain that 5 vampires, or were they vampires or vampire spawns, by the way?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
A full vampire you will recognize. A vampire spawn is
It was
anyone from a previous life that has turned vampire.
It was the same thing as whatever was in the basement of Barovia.
They went outside during the day.
They don't seem like fully fledged ones from my small amount of readings for them. I'm not particularly interested in vampires. Ghosts are more my things, but I have read.
The ghost
Stuff.
too. Don't forget about the ghost.
There was a
There
ghost.
was a ghost.
Then they are a ghost? What ghost?
Yes, this sort of like spectre, but I've dealt with
Looks like
spectres
me.
before. This was different. It took sort of the shape of Casariel in some ways, and any damage we sort of inflicted on it, it seemed to mimic itself within her to a certain extent.
What did it look like?
He gestures to Kasara like her, but not. It's
Like 50% something else.
He perks up at that and he says, any defining features that really resembled anything that you know?
Had her
An
armor.
incredible breastplate.
He looks at your breastplate, which is very awkward for for like a
Everyone at the
solid
table.
like. He basically stares at your chest for like a full 5 seconds. Really awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what? No. Hmm. That is peculiar. I feel that those might not be connected.
Of course not. She can remove the armor at any time.
What? You feel like what's not connected?
The vampire spawns and this ghost that you've seen.
Oh, whatever it is, it
I
seems
mean,
like
it's a coincidence that all of those terrible, awful things were in the same spot?
It was a coffin shop. Do bodies tend to go through the coffin maker? Like, does he deal with the actual bodies of it, or do they stay at the church or whatever home they came from?
It happens that he deals with bodies as well. Yes, and
Maybe it was
I don't,
an evil one hung
I
around.
don't take Henrik for a hero or something, or
Of course
or a
not.
lover. He doesn't love Strahd in the. He doesn't do politics. He's not the kind of man.
Well,
If anything, he was persuaded to do so or something. I
it
guess.
seems like he did this at the behest of the Vistani. They came to him and gave him gold to keep these what they called corpses, but we've later found out in his shop, as well as to steal the skull. Like they seem to be behind the entire lot of it.
Back to the ghost?
I'm no expert. I'm just a merchant with some extras.
Merchant is a
But
generous
I'm no.
term, don't you think? More wine? Sir, could you give more wine? Another bottle?
Oh, absolutely. Please, Bram, he says, and
Bran!
looks out of the kitchen. Yeah, more wine. Like, put 3
Two
pictures on the
bottles,
table,
please.
and he
Thank
puts
you.
3 pictures down for you guys.
Oh,
The
wonderful.
pictures themselves are also made of steel.
John goes ahead and pours a glass and starts drinking too.
The wine tastes familiar. As
Grape
in
mash
the wine
number
you've-
Grape mash number 2 or 3?
Vasily grins and he says, "Number 2, indeed."
Hmm.
Bottom line is, within the city walls, 5. You said 5, right?
It's
Vampire
3 now.
spawns.
Oh, yes, 5 to begin with.
5 vampire spawns have been spotted, laying relatively dormant. And for whatever reason, they have been within the city walls. That means that this city is no longer safe. We need to move to Kresk. We need to move that up. Irina. And Irina looks at him and he says, first thing in the morning, we need to go. This is no longer safe.
Question. Could it be the Church of St. Andrew that's keeping the city safe and not this happiness nonsense?
The Church of St. Andrew keeps the Church of St. Andrew safe.
Are you sure?
I have little faith in faith.
Well, it's just that it seems as though no vampires could come in, and yet the church became unconsecrated. What did we decide it was called? Whatever.
Sanctified.
Unconsecrated, and then it seems as though the vampires were here, and now it's reconsecrated. So if the vampires are not here again, perhaps it is the church that's keeping the bad out, and not the happy that's keeping the bad out.
I understand your analogy, but why would that consecration stretch all the way to the coffin shop?
I don't know. Perhaps it has a radius.
Well, it does seem odd that the Vistani seem to have a hand. They were the ones who orchestrated the entire plot, dare I say.
The Vistani cannot be trusted. I deal with them occasionally, and I do so because the deals are lucrative, but that doesn't mean that I trust them.
Well, we've
Surely it's not happy that keeps out the bad.
No, that is just silly. The Burgermeister over here has lost his mind.
well, we've
Well, then what
actually
is it? Sorry, John.
no, you're fine. You say we've had dealings with the Vistani as well. They didn't seem to be malicious, aside from that one asshole who stole our things. But to essentially pay someone to destroy the sanctity of a church, that seems beyond that. I've never even heard. That's downright evil.
Why would
Vistani
they?
come in all sorts, and some of them are not with good intentions. I agree.
Hmm.
In the meantime, Bram comes with dinner. On the table, he puts out a lovely roast chicken and assorted vegetables and potatoes. After that, he returns to the kitchen.
I'm grabbing some of that.
I'm
Please.
gonna take out my utensil from my bag, my silver utensil.
The untarnished one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just casually eat with it while looking at Vasily.
Vasily has his eyes locked on it.
Does Carla notice?
I don't know. Do you? Give me an insight check.
12 plus what's my insight? Boop, 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 boop. 3, that's 15.
Yeah, you notice that.
Okay, I'm gonna take the silverware that I stole and I'm gonna fling it at him.
You're throwing it at him?
Here,
Yeah, I'm
use my
gonna go-
utensils.
No.
I'm gonna say think fast and throw it at him.
All right, give me a flat d20.
Cool. 15.
Can
15. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can like John stop? Like someone's throwing daggers, and he's gonna try to like.
It's not really a dagger.
Okay.
It's like a
No.
spoon.
Okay.
No, you can't intervene in this.
Okay.
Like, you are too busy eating that
Yeah,
chicken.
oh,
Like you
oh.
said,
I
you're
say
digging in. So
think fast. So if you want to retcon it, that it's like his athlete brain turns on, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna catch the ball."
Okay, I actually
But
like
it's
this.
actually
No,
that.
when you say think fast, he goes, huh? And at that point, it's already good.
So, what utensil are you throwing at him? Like a knife?
God.
Yeah, like a spoon. I'm gonna be like, think fast, and I'm gonna. Whoop. I'm not gonna like throw heavy. I'm gonna try and like chuck it at him. Like I'm expecting
And
him to catch it.
just remind me, what crest is on your utensils?
The feather.
All right. So you throw that, and Vasily, while looking at the silverware that Casariel is using, just looks up just in time for you to throw that, and he just raises his hand and catches it in his hand.
Any visible difference?
Well, it's pure silver, right?
Yeah.
He catches it and then looks at his hand. He opens his hand and he looks at the crest on the utensil and he says, "A raven's feather.
What do you think of
Where
it?
did you find this?"
Why are you throwing things, Carla?
I'm not throwing it. I'm just, I just wanted him to inspect it. I thought I wanted to see how fast his aim was, to see how safe we are here. Anyways.
Vasily puts a hand on John's arm and he says, "Oh, she's a bard, right? She's entertaining, if anything."
Is that the one with the bird feather on it? I think we found that in a graveyard.
Graveyard. Pretty sure we found it in a graveyard. Did we find that in a graveyard?
No, we found that somewhere else, didn't we?
Oh,
No, I stole that. I stole that from a child.
wait, what?
Yes, out of his trunk. I left his toys
What?
at least.
Okay.
Did she say she stole it from a child?
The raven's feather
left the
is
toys.
the raven's feather is a family crest of the. And you see him think. The Martikovs, isn't it?
Yes, I believe we visited the gravestone earlier.
Yes.
I think it looks more like an
Blue
owl's
Water.
feather.
The Blue Water Inn is an intriguing place. I always did wonder why they picked, of all creatures, they picked a raven. It's beautiful silverware, though. Why wouldn't you return this to them? They seem nice people.
Oh, well, I've heard that the vampires don't particularly like silver from my readings, so that's why I kept it.
That is a good point. As a matter of fact, and he just hands you the silverware back. He says,
Mm.
you might as well keep it on you. That is a good point. If you ever run into this vampire spawn again, that does help.
You know, that's actually given me an idea, and I'm going to take out the stake that Casariel handed me earlier. I'm going to, like,
Yep.
rip a little bit of, like, thread out of, like, my coat, and I'm going to, like, wrap it around and, like, tie it together so I've got, like, a stake with some silver on it.
I love it.
Vasily equally chuckles and he says, ha, double trouble. I like that. Yes.
Yes.
You are a smart cookie, aren't you?
It's all I'm really good for, given the fight that we just had.
Oh, come on now. You're still alive.
Filling up
Barely.
her glass.
It's only
Thank
because
you
of those
again.
two.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you two saved yourselves in that one. You guys were very on top of things. Took me a while to even get up there, to be honest.
Also, you know, Irina, you could take a note from our book. I
Yeah,
could
we
teach
could teach
you.
you how to
We
fight.
could teach you. Yeah, we could. Mm-hmm.
So Vasily says, and he turns his gaze back to the cutlery that Casariel is using. He says, would it be feasible if we leave for Kresk in the morning for you guys?
I mean, we did one of our tasks.
1 minute. Don't be rude, Vasily. At your own table, I do apologize, but we were talking to Irina just then. Irina, would you like to learn how to defend yourself? I'm going to look back over at him.
Vasily, Irina looks at Casariel and she says, I would very much like that, actually. Yes.
Perfect. After dinner, then.
Perhaps after dinner we can practice in the living room.
Absolutely.
Vasily nods and he says, sure. That wouldn't hurt.
But I think you might be right. Aside from, we are looking for someone with very distinctive shoes, but we may, if we're going to keep you two safe, we may have to leave now, or well, not now, but
Yes.
as soon as possible. Especially if there are, in fact, vampires on the loose. I'm somewhat guilty to leave them out. I mean, it's nightfall outside, and the town doesn't know about this threat. At the very least, I'm going to go and before it's too late, I'm going to go and warn a guard and let them know that there have been sightings.
John? Remember that little chat we had about not saying that anything was wrong?
Yes, but if some
From the
people
Lucky
die
Town.
overnight, then
Should I read you the passage from my mother's journal again? It was a nice little rhyme. I feel it might be easy to remember. People, have you seen anyone out at night time here? No, they're all at the church. People know this place is a terrible place. They must hide in their houses from at night.
do you think being inside is going to protect you from, aside from being in a church, but do you think being indoors
You
is
being
going
in the stockades is going to not help us with anything.
Vasily chimes in and he says, with the Burgomeister advocating that all will be well, I don't think going to the guards and saying that everything will in fact not be well is the right course of action. I understand, but
I mean,
perhaps
it would be the same as if there was a wolf stalking the streets, just letting them know there's a wolf, be careful.
perhaps right now your best safety measure is being off the grid. Nobody knows you're here unless you were followed. And I'm willing to risk my life, and he looks over at Irina. I hope you do too. For the fact that you guys have helped us, and you're willing to help us again, I want to return that favor. You are guests under my roof, and as long as nobody knows that you're here, I can't imagine that anyone comes looking for you here.
Well,
Also, John,
understand
I
what you're
might have
saying.
a solution for your issues in terms of warning people without the Burgermeister, the guards knowing. I can do a very fun trick with script now. And I could make it so that the townspeople can read a warning sign about vampires to maybe go towards the church at night and try to seek refuge there if they're under attack, but the guards of the Burgermeister would simply see scribbles, gibberish on that sign.
Paula, could you put it on the signs that are around town advertising the festival?
Yes, I could do like a little doodle at the end of it, so that to anyone else it might just look like, oh, that sign just got a little doodle on it, but to the people of the town it would look like a warning.
Do you think if a guard saw you doing this, would you be okay?
I do have my special, not being seen thing either. I could do it.
I would very much like that, Vasily says, but perhaps causing a ruckus right now might not be
In the morning,
advantageous.
before we leave. Then any ruckus that's caused is, not our problem.
I prefer to be as quiet as possible. And just leaving, not telling anyone, is safer than trying to burn everything behind you before you go. Now, ultimately, I can't stop you, of course, but if you'd ask me, and again, I'm just a merchant.
Let's sleep on it.
Fair enough.
Well, that's fucking suspicious, don't you think?
A little bit.
What the fuck, Vasily? I'm just gonna fill my glass right on up.
The dinner progresses, and as the dinner is ready, Vasily stands up and says, John, was it, right? And Carla, let's give Casariel and Irina some room to practice. I will be upstairs in my private quarters. If you guys want to sleep upstairs, there are a couple of bedrooms. Feel free to use any of them. You are guests in my house. Everything is in your service. And as he said that, he retires upstairs.
Kyla's going to follow him upstairs to wherever the guest rooms are.
Are there any windows looking out onto the town?
A couple.
All right.
The closest one would be to your direct right.
John's going to go over there and just look out and see, are there any guards within eyesight that he can see?
No.
Around. All right.
No, the streets seem to be devoid.
The people in the church will probably be safe now that it's re-sanctified. I don't like it, but I can lay low if it could cause more of trouble. I don't like it. And he's going to go over and sort of like sit on the couch and just ponder what happened today and what ramifications there could be of leaving those things out loose without dealing with them. He's partially responsible for that.
All right. Casariel?
Casariel will stand up and say, grab the other side there, dear, and have them both push the table out of the way.
Sure.
Like towards the, back of the room or whatever, and hand her a short sword, and we'll proceed to, in the middle of the night, like, try to suss out whether she's interested in perhaps learning more about Saloon. And if she's not at all interested in heading towards the divine path, then she'll try to teach her some moves with the short sword.
As you hand her the short sword, she procures a rapier from her side, and she says, "Oh, can I use this? I got this from my brother."
Have you any training?
A little bit.
Well then, let us see how you do.
All right. How do you want to do this?
I will take out my longsword.
All right. Give me an attack.
Which
Give me a flat 20.
I am terrible with, but let's just see how this goes. Ooh, that's a 6.
All right, that misses.
Mm-hmm.
Or does she deflect it?
No, she steps aside. 20. Does a 23 hit?
23 hits for
All right.
sure.
So without any damage, she actually puts the rapier right at the point of your throat.
Well, all right. I think the wine might have slowed my defenses a bit, but not that much. So
John looks up and he's like watching this.
So what is this lesson called, Casario?
I think this lesson is called "The Student Masters a Teacher."
Ah, okay. I haven't had that one before, but please go on.
Now, Irina, you realize I am only trying to help you. My intentions are the best.
And so are mine. So what do you want to practice?
Well, had I known you had skill of this level, I would not have offered my services, but I must admit it seemed as though you were a bit of a shy little lamb when Vasily was around. So
She grabs your shoulder and pulls you very close and whispers in your ear, saying, "Sometimes that's the best way to approach it."
I'll give her a wink and say, "Indeed," and I'll just give her a bow.
Maybe you guys should spar.
A bow of defeat. All right.
John's
Maybe
just sitting
the
there
men
like,
should go to sleep.
Casting sleep, but only on John.
You look a bit tired, John.
I'm tired.
John, do you sleep on the couch, actually?
I think, yeah, he's just sort of kind of contemplating. He's really a little bit torn up about this whole, like, they released a bunch of monsters into this town and then didn't tell anybody. So yeah, he's just gonna sort of think about that, and he's gonna lay down and just not cry himself to sleep, but just go to bed feeling like shit.
All right. So sleeping on the couch, Casario, Carla, Irina, you go upstairs as well as Vasily. I will give you all the rooms over here.
I'll go by John, and I'll just like, so Casario has a pitcher in one hand. She fills her cup up, and then she takes like another pitcher that's completely full, and she'll like just kind of kick John's leg and be like, "Hey, you're sleeping on the couch down here. Do you want to go upstairs? I feel like there's rooms up there." Also, and I'll like say, "Open your mouth, open your mouth."
Oh my!
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pour a little bit of wine in there, and then just laugh. Come on! What are you doing here? Stick in the mud.
Fine. He'll get up and go upstairs with her.
Bring your creepy, talky weapon with you.
Already got
Don't
it.
forget that. All right.
Vasily and Irina are both in the master bedroom. There are still some couches and chairs that you could use. There is a whole pile of pillows in one room, and there is a double bed in the other. What will you guys do?
Is the pile of pillows the one with the piano?
Yes.
Carla's gonna pop in there and just gonna be like, this will be my one for the night.
All right.
All right. So it was the couch downstairs or the couch upstairs, and he moves over to this
Come
couch.
on. Come on. You can sleep in here with me. It's fine.
We've bunked before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Don't touch me with your creepy weapon, though.
Keep your rod away from me.
I'm gonna offer to pour some more in his mouth.
Yeah. I don't. Here, just give me that. He takes it. He just takes it.
And she'll just crash out.
Yeah.
I
Eventually.
would like to spend an hour attuning to the air piece that I received, that I stole back, basically. The air ring from the guard.
The earring, yeah.
Yeah, the ring
Oh,
that's meant
right.
to, yeah.
Sure, you're tuned.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend the hour, and I'm gonna say that, like, as like flavor text, she spends some time like playing the piano, just her funeral songs. But she occasionally takes on and off the ring and starts moving the ring around and playing the piano until she can hear the piano through the ring in her own head, from different parts of the room, and just kind of do that for the hour,
You
trying to
hear,
attune to it.
hey, people are trying to sleep.
She messages him back, I'm doing something actually important. Drink your wine and go to sleep.
You hear.
All
Yeah.
of you fall into a good sleep after a little while. You all dream very happy, blissful dreams. Feels
no.
good. You sleep a full night and you wake the next morning feeling invigorated and healthy again. Carla, John, Casariel, any negative traits that you had, you can remove.
That's
Hello,
amazing.
31 hit points. How are you?
I'm getting back my constitution, and my health is going from 25 to 34. Thank you.
What spells to prepare?
Good question.
That's
Before you think about that, though, as you wake, you do have like a craving. That chicken was great, but you're still hungry. Last night, but
I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. I'm not.
yeah, I know you are.
They told us not to. He told us not to. The father told us. Oh, this smells so good.
Fucking pies! Give me one right now. I'm gonna take one out of his hand.
Yeah, but as I'm eating one, I'm going to cinch the bag shut.
You don't have to eat it just yet. I need for all three of you a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
But you definitely feel hungry.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's good.
9.
17.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
9.
Okay, Carla.
Yes.
You actually feel right as rain. You feel reinvigorated. Those pies, you know what? Thing of the past. Not you. You know, you're gonna do this. Like this is welcome the new you.
Yeah, I'm putting them behind me. Those are my stock. I am going to eat a porridge like a champion.
Casariel, you resist the urge to eat a pie, but in so doing, you feel the pain of doing that. I need you to roll a d4.
Three.
Your maximum hit points for today are lowered by 3.
Okay.
But you don't need to eat a pie today. John?
Yo.
You already finished that pie, didn't you?
I was in the process of eating the pie before you even had me roll.
Yeah. So your constitution is lowered by 1.
Yeah.
I need you to roll 2d4.
Perfect. I love where this is going. These are the amount of constitutional points I'm getting back. Is this okay, not bad. 1 and a 2. I got 3.
All right, so your HP maximum is lowered by 3.
Alrighty.
And I need you to reduce your strength by 2.
All right. Minus.
Otherwise,
1.
that's a really good pie, though.
Oh man, so good. The worth. He's feeling drained, and he just goes, worth. All right, hit point maximum reduced by 3. Minus 3 and strength. Reduced by 2. I hate this place. Man, I'm feeling weak. Can I? If I level up, I don't need strength anymore. I just need. Oh yeah. All right. Go.
And in waking up, you guys are going to face another day with another adventure. But that will not be today, but it will be next episode, which, by the way, will not be coming week because coming week we have a bit of a hiatus. So we will be back in 2 weeks, not 1, but 2. So I hope you guys can wait. I know we can't, but we still have to.
Are we going to play part 1 of the Curse of Strahd prequel next week?
We might actually be playing one of the videos from our YouTube that isn't currently released, and releasing that on Twitch and YouTube. We might.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
Prequel campaign where we played our characters plus one of the characters that's just been introduced to the story. So part 1 of that, I think we can maybe all agree right now, will be coming next week? Question mark?
Yeah,
I think we should do that.
I think we should do it.
Should.
I think you guys should see it. It's a good amount of laughs.
Introducing it is our first time ever with Carla / Anne as the DM. Papa is playing a character who is actually going to who's showing up at some point and has been referenced several times. And it is the introduction to our characters. Even we didn't know them before this time. This is gonna be great.
It's true.
By the way, this is a really good time to mention that if we hit 100 followers, we will do an even further back campaign, our first ever campaign.
No,
we ever recorded, that we ever did to try and get to know each other. And kind of get familiar with the format. If we get to 100 followers, we'll start releasing episodes of that. And that was very fun. Very different dynamic.
It
was great.
Make sure that you follow us.
With all the technical difficulties and poor recording standards that entails, that's on me.
It's charming. It's rustic and charming, just like the campaign.
Really great.
Just like the characters.
As a matter of fact, we loved those characters so much in their dynamic
fun.
that like the next campaign we do, which will probably be in like 2 years, who knows, but we might revisit those characters and just see what they're up to.
Oh, yes.
Good stuff.
Cool beans, everybody. Thank you all so much for being
I hope
here.
you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
We love you.